live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show.
Oh my God.
Likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey,
None are better than this one, the best quarterback in the world.
Oh, there
Patrick
he is.
Mahomes.
and staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Kamen Entchev.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. Kamen Entchev here with Steven Ryan. Ready for a big night tonight. We got that new vault. The old vault is cleared out. We got the pre-fill. It's the new vault by itself. All the photo headliners out there, but that Moss Jefferson lid. Patrick Mahomes, Slate Authentic. Joe Montana. We got top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Drew Brees in there as well. Some of the best receivers in recent memory. Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. The names in that vault series are absolutely loaded. The ratios are through the roof. 15 and 26 chance at a headliner, counting the secondary names. All the photo headliners are authentic, Steven. And we have 4 vault keys to boot. In other words, we are Herbie fully loaded in there. The diamond helmets down to only 13 diamonds left. 7 total headliners, including 6 photo. The custom Jordan Love, Derrick Henry on the Ravens, mind you. Wes Welker, when we don't get often. Tyreek Hill, Tony Romo. A lot of goodies in there. The 1 in 4. We're still in a good spot there. 18 boxes left, 8 headliners left. We had all sorts of sports stars, right? We have the dual sign speed flex of Hill and Waddle. We also got Derek Jeter for baseball, Larry Bird for basketball. We got the Undertaker for everything else. All sorts of good stuff in there. New minis, new jerseys, a lot of fresh headliners in there. The black and blue, Jerry Rice, LaDainian Tomlinson, Brett Favre, Caleb Williams, USC lid. A lot of great stuff. I can't wait to get started tonight. How are you doing, Steven?
Doing fantastic, Kamen. A mere 24 hours ago, this board was a lot different, and wow, these names are incredible. I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, about 24 hours ago, Steven, there was actually very few names in there because we were at the end of a bunch of our series. Now we're at the beginning with a whole bunch of headliners out there across the board here at Ultimate Autographs. So let's get the show started. 2 virtual dice looking for 6 or higher on a dice roll. How's everyone doing tonight? Rolling that dice, 2 and a 4, 6 on the dice roll. No new guys tonight. I know they're training the next few days. This weekend they start up on their own, Steven. It's like, wow, there's only 2 guys in the room for me. Feels weird. Feels weird. Heading on over to the Wheel of Names. Let's see what the chase is going to be. It was black and blue in the earlier show. For tonight's program, we've got ourselves... Well, this will be really, really close. Great chase, 1 in 4. Only takes 4 spots to fill it up. 8 and 18 chance at a headliner. Let's get that 1 in 4 knocked out. A lot of good names in there. I mean, again, Acuna, Bobby Wood Jr., Derek Jeter for baseball, Larry Bird for basketball. We got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle for football, The Undertaker for everything else. A lot of goodies in there. What's up, Chris Cornwell? What's going on, brother?
Chris.
Haven't seen Chris as much in the break room. What is going on, Chris? He's in here looking for Cowboys, the Cowboy Hunter. A lot of Cowboys off the board last night, but there's always Cowboys sprinkled in throughout the room, including Tony Romo in those diamond helmets, including Tony Romo in the vault. Are you a Tony Romo fan, Chris Cornwell? Let me know. Uh-oh.
I wonder if he's a mixed review kind of guy with him.
Right?
You either love him or you hate him, right?
Sunday the 16th, says Dustin Rose. Well, ooh. That might mess things up, my friend, because I was planning on working the Sunday the 16th. But I'll text you. We'll figure it out, that Cubs game. I think because that next week I have a vacation.
Yeah.
And, all right. I'll message you, Dustin. We'll figure it out. I think I have your number. I'll shoot you a text. Technically, that kind of does mess things up a little bit. But we'll figure it out. If I can't go, no big deal, man. Obviously, enjoy the game for sure. What's up, guys? Says Sean Bates. Oh, what's up, Steven?
I said row one. You might have to.
I know, right? That might have to figure something out, right? Maybe I'll talk to Matt about working Saturday that week instead and see if we can work an extra day Saturday and figure it out. But that's okay. We'll figure it out, Dustin. That sounds like a lot of fun regardless. Row one.
That's Father's Day, too.
Yeah, that is Father's Day.
Me and the wife were considering taking Luca that day.
Oh, to the Cubs game?
She asked me what I wanted to do. And I was like, are the Cubs at home?
Has he been to a Cubs game
He has
before?
not. I mean, in the real world, no.
Yeah.
Has he been to Wrigley before? Technically, yes.
Yeah. Well, life is long, Dustin. I'll message you. I'll see what I can do. But I'm off Sunday. In a normal week, that's typically no problem. Although I do know I'm off like half that next week. So that's why I was going to work Sunday. And our work week schedule was Sunday to Monday. But maybe I'll see what I can do, man. And I'll get back to you. Chris Cornwell says Romo's one of his favorites.
Cool.
I love to hear it. Let's get the break in here, though.
He's not a guy that comes to the room all too often either.
No, he's not. Vault Double dropped me one number. It's the last number in the old series. It's also coming with the Vault key. And then we got the new series started as well here. 2, says John. All right, John, thank you, sir. Box 2 in the new, 24 in the old. 24 going off our ticker. Box 2 coming up. All right. So we got 3 through 5 then.
Box 2, I got you.
Box 2, thank you, Steven. I'm guessing this should be the hot break tonight. I mean, with the headliner ratios being as good as they are with all these big names left, including Patrick Mahomes on that slate authentic, this ought to be the hot break tonight, Steven. Obviously, I never know what these guys will do in the break room, but this is where I would head personally. That and the diamond helmets, which, only 13 boxes left, 6 photoed headliners. That's not too bad either.
Do you know which name I'm most excited about in the vault?
Yeah. Let's take a peek. Probably the Antonio Gay or Keon Coleman secondary headliner.
Yes.
Yeah, the
I'm excited to see
FSU
the
Bill
rookies.
receiver.
I'm excited to see the rookies.
That might be the first guy in the rookie class in the break room.
Right? I haven't
seen one. I know I did.
we've had Caleb Williams in the room before.
Yeah.
But not on the new
team.
Again, that could be a Florida State hit, but if it's a Bills hit, I think
I did talk to Matt. He said that some of these are going to be incoming soon. But not like as far as this week, so that might be the first one.
I think I talked to the production team yesterday, and it is a Bills hit.
Ah, okay.
So that'd be the first.
That's fun.
That'd be the first one of the rookies to come in, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Fresh blood every year.
Fresh blood. John's got the NFC North. Chris in the NFC South and East. Jeffrey's got the NFC West and AFC North. Jeffrey AFC South. Dustin AFC East. And Sean Bates, you've got the AFC West in our vault double box. All right, 24 coming up. 24 out of 30. This is the last box. In the old series, it's going to be Vault Box C on the Vault Key. And then we'll get into that new series, which should be a whole lot of fun. Actually, I'll get C off our ticker as well. It's going to be A through D in the new set. Looks like E is the only one that we have done here. All right, let's see some heat. Let's see it. Got all this room here without all the training guys, Steven. It feels different. We got room in the box. Room in the break room. We got a vault key, which we knew was already happening. It's going to be this Vault Box C. Let's see what the item is in the last box in this old Vault series. We got a Raven. We got ourselves one of the best offensive linemen of all time, Jonathan Ogden, full-size rep, AFC North. Congrats, Jeffrey Greco, on your Jonathan Ogden full-size lid. He was, one of those guys that if you played Madden, he was always up there, ranked in the high 90s. Just if you watched football, Jamal Lewis, that 2,000-yard season, Jonathan Ogden was a big reason why he got that done.
Right.
So former UCLA star in college, born the day after me, July 31st, Steven, fun fact. 11-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro, part of the Hall of Fame All-2000s team, Jonathan Ogden. Congrats, Jeffrey. Jeffrey starting the right way with a W here in the Ultimate Autographs Live break room. Jeffrey Greco.
The Raven standard. So beautiful.
Looks clean.
It does.
Looks clean. Yeah, Baltimore, they always have that identity of being a really good run team in recent memory. I know it was Jamal Lewis back in the day. These days, it's kind of been a running back by committee. But I think nowadays it's going to be, obviously they'll split some carries, but I think I look for our guy, Derrick Henry, who's out there in the diamonds, to take the bulk of the carries in a Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson-led run offense. That sounds pretty darn good.
Yeah, it does. They sound incredible. And even when it was a back by committee, they seem to find them. They seem to plug them in and do well.
They're always like top 2, 3, for sure top 5 running team in the NFL. At least the last 10, 5,
years,
15 years, 20 years. Run the ball.
In
Baltimore.
my memory.
All right, we have our last vault key. This was the $50 gift card. Jeffrey Greco, $50 headed your way, man. Plus that Ogden helmet. Congrats on getting that done and clearing out the old vault. As for the new vault, Steven, all the photoed headliners out there but the Jefferson and Moss dual signed, and all the photoed headliners are authentic. We keep making the vault better. It used to be where when we first started, Steven, with the Vault series, it was a mixer. It was authentics. It was reps, but also jerseys, minis, footballs, slab cards, etc. It's now all full-size helmets, all full-size authentic and rep. In the last few Vaults, all the photoed headliners have been authentic. And the ratio of authentic to rep has gotten closer and closer. Each Vault series seems to be better than the previous one. It's been probably the hottest series in the room the last 2 or 3 weeks, and rightfully so. It is absolute fire in here. Well, we have a vault key. Vault key. It's 2 vault keys in this break. This will be the second vault key in the new set. Let's see. As for the helmets. Well, Steven, sometimes you wish for something, and sometimes you get it. It's Keon Coleman, the Buffalo Bill, wide receiver draft pick. Florida State star. I believe he was a second-round pick. Early second round. Dustin Rose, AFC East. You've got yourself the Keon Coleman full-size helmet, man. Dustin, that is very, very sweet. Let me get this one written up for you, Dustin. Keon Coleman.
I always love getting new names in the room.
This guy, he's super talented. He's not necessarily the biggest speed guy, but I think he's very,
He's
very
a big body, right?
He's very strong. He's a big body. I look at this guy in the goal line. He could be dangerous. 11 touchdown catches last season. Once they get inside the red zone, you better believe Josh Allen's going to be targeting this guy.
Right.
Keon Coleman.
It's either that or Allen's going to tuck it and run.
Yeah. That seems to be a good strategy for him as well.
Right.
So good job, Dustin. Good start. You have a vault key as well, my friend. A through D. A through D. So A, B, C, and D. Let me know which one you would like, Dustin, as far as the vault key goes.
I was saying, I know a lot of rookies, and I know the Bills have lost some weapons for Josh Allen, but I think, maybe early on he's going to be slowly integrated, but when they need him, when they need to make that playoff push, he'll be ready to help them.
Yeah, I mean,
he'll be a tremendous contributor.
Look, you're drafted early in the second round to one of the best passing quarterbacks in the league, who currently doesn't have really good receivers around him. He's going to put up some numbers in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's a rookie, Steven. Maybe not right away. Maybe, he doesn't get 1,000 yards, but maybe he does. I actually think he could be a sleeper in fantasy. I kind of look at him like his rookie year to be kind of like Gabe Davis. Like, some weeks he's really good, some weeks he's okay. But that red zone, he might be an even better receiver for fantasy than real life, because when you got that big body in the red zone, they'll find you for some touchdowns. Yeah. That's for sure. How about Vault Box B, Steven, for Dustin Rose?
B.
Yeah, this chair, squeaky. Squeakers, it wasn't squeaking yesterday. And what did Colin do to it, right?
Oh, that's a great question.
Colin Rudisell. We do have that other chair, too, with the arms that are like so.
B, I can take that.
Thank you, Steven. Here's the Keon Coleman.
Ogden over there to your left.
Ogden is over here, yes, sir. Starting with a few fillers. What does that mean? Headliners are coming up next. Last night we started with all headliners, ended with fillers. Definitely tends to vary in the break room, that's for sure. All right, Dustin, big money, big gift card. How about $300, Dustin Rose? $300 gift card. That's the big amount in here. I know we do still have the 200 left as well, but 300 off the board because it is Dustin Rose's. As good as these $300 gift cards are, though, we know very well where the real value lies. And you look at the retail value of a Mahomes Authentic, we're talking more than 2K, Steven. And that is out there on that slate, Patrick Mahomes. I know Dustin is a Missouri sports fan through and through. He rocks with the Cards in baseball, but the Chiefs in football. We do have that Mahomes Authentic still waiting for you, Dustin, and everyone else out there. It is fantastic. Up next, though, is the jersey triple option. Welcome, William Hornback, new guy in the break room. Laura Throne, new gal in the break room as well. Let me know what teams you guys like and how you heard about Ultimate Autographs. Brad Smola, Laura, and Jose Rivera also in there in the jerseys. So, jersey single coming up. Go ahead and drop me a box number. Dustin says, sweet, very first break I did with UA, won the $300 vault key. Awesome, guys. Thanks. You're welcome, Dustin.
Yeah,
congratulations,
nice.
Man. I mean, I do say this a lot, Steven, and this is living proof. You never forget your first win in the break room. Certainly, our guy, Dustin Rose, definitely is not. Mossy Guy says, evening all. Good evening, Mossy Guy. What's going on, brother? And then Jose wants 14. 14 in the jerseys.
That good on the ticker?
It's on there.
Cool.
If the ticker is, in fact, correct, Colin, it should be on there.
I think it is on there because this looks like a relatively new.
Yes, it is. We dropped it after the show last night, okay. So it's a new series with new headliners in the jerseys.
I think at the end of the show you should say, Colin, there's a lot of numbers that were supposed to be on the ticker.
We should just mess with them.
Yeah.
Like, this is the worst ticker I've ever seen, Colin. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I know we have a black and blue coming up. That black and blue authentic is 2 to go. 2 spots to go in the black and blue. Oh, those flew off. But I'll throw them out after if you want to get them now. Our vault keys. This one as well. Okay. But you're good, Steven. Triple option jersey series. This is a really good series for wide receivers. Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson, both available in these jerseys. All right, we got 3, 4, 5, 6 clicks. Dice roll was 6. So 6 it is. We got Jose up top in the NFC North. Laura, you've got the NFC South. Brad in the NFC East, NFC West. Williams got the AFC North. Brad, AFC South, Jose, AFC East, and Brad, you've got the AFC West. What are we chasing in the black and blue? Black and blue headliners left include Calvin Johnson, Marshall Faulk, Deion Sanders, Caleb Williams, Brett Favre, Tyreek Hill, the GOAT receiver Jerry Rice, and Aaron Donald Speedflex, and a LaDainian Tomlinson authentic. Those are the photo headliners, and all of those are authentic. It is the authentic black and blue series. No reps in that black and blue. Keep in mind the black and blue is the one series with slight imperfections, but they tend to be pretty slight.
Slight is the emphasized word.
Yeah, the names are pretty darn big. It's the Florida State prime time, by the way. If there's any FSU fans out there.
The Gronk. Oh, they get pulled. Yeah,
The Gronk could get pulled. But I like the Caleb Williams USC. That's
yeah,
nice.
I saw that too.
14 coming up. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Here we go. Box number mojo. What's up, Jose Rivera? We got Justin Jefferson on the custom Viking jersey. This guy just got paid the richest contract of any non-quarterback in league history. $35 million per year, 4 years, $140 million, a bunch of it guaranteed, and it makes sense. I mean, right, he's number one all-time in receiving yards per game. I mean, it's probably him or Tyreek Hill is the best right now, but Tyreek Hill is considerably older. Jefferson is younger. I mean, Lamb, Chase, Puka Nacua are really good. But if I was starting my team and I had to pick a receiver right now, this is my first pick, Justin Jefferson. Nice hit, Jose Rivera, one of the very best headliners in the series, Justin Jefferson.
Very nice hit.
He says, let's go. Let's go, Jose. Jay Jetta's in the house. We got ourselves Dallas saying it's crazy how the USA is hosting some World Cup cricket matches and is in it. I'm watching it on TV. It's Netherlands versus Nepal. The match is in Texas. There we go. I didn't get cricket on the bingo betting card today, Steven. You got any cricket bets?
I don't even know how to bet that.
Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't even understand the line.
I actually did a story like when I was at the Naperville TV station a few years back working here, community TV. Actually, there's a cricket league in Naperville, and I did a story about it. So I learned a little bit of the rules, but I would definitely not call myself an expert.
Can't that game last several days?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I never bet it because it takes too long.
Right.
Because I want to know the results instantaneously,
That's why I don't
right?
bet futures.
I don't bet futures either, unless it's like a 2-week tournament. Like, I'll bet.
I did
UConn future.
I did a finals, like the NBA finals.
Yeah.
Like I guessed the order of the games.
Okay.
So, but like that's the only kind of future.
I'm actually going to do the Mavs to win the finals. It's like plus 180 or something.
I did the Mavs to win in 6.
Oh.
Mavs take game 1, Boston 2, Mavs 3, Boston 4, Mavs 5 and 6.
That could pay out well. Good evening, Justin. James Strode, excuse me. Good evening, sir. 19
James,
Fu.
what's up?
What's going on, James?
I know he's coming in for that Cubs card series as well.
Apparently the one Dustin's at going to be James is on Sunday. I will see if I'll be able to make it or not. I didn't realize it was the first row seats too, Steven. That sounds really good. I know it's next to the Cardinal dugout. That's what he said.
Well, that makes sense.
But it's literally right next to it.
Those are great seats, yeah.
Yeah. But there was a little bit of a mix-up on the dates. Dustin got tickets for the game on Sunday, not Saturday. I was actually going to work Sunday and then stop by to see my dad afterwards. But we'll see what I can do. But if I don't make it, I don't make it. I'm sure these guys will have a fun time. I know this, surely, Steven. Black and blue looks like it's sold out, right?
It is sold out, and it is coming your way.
Black and blue double coming up. Black and blue double number 1. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. Oh, behind home plate, even better. See, last time he told me behind the Cardinals dugout. Now he said behind home plate.
Oh, nice.
These tickets keep getting better, Steven, with every comment. And now I gotta figure out what I can do because this sounds
too good to be
fun.
true.
Yeah, too good to be true, right?
Not too good to be true. I believe Dustin in that sense, but
it sounds like a really...
Every time he says it, you're just like, okay, I have to find a way.
I gotta find a way, right? I will say I got a lot of games coming up. I'm going to Atlanta on June 20th to watch Messi at the Copa America. And then I have the Messi game this Sunday at Soldier Field, Steven. I call it the summer of messy.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. What's good in here, James Strode? A lot of good stuff. I would recommend the Vault, James, where all the headliners are out there, but the dual sign Viking. Definitely think the Diamonds are good. 13 boxes left. Wes Welker, Tyreek Hill, Tony Romo, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, and Jordan Love. This series coming up here, the Black and Blue. Megatron, Marshall Faulk, Primetime, Caleb Williams, Brett Favre, Tyreek Hill, Jerry Rice, Aaron Donald, Speedflex, and LaDainian Tomlinson. Also really good. Not to mention the 1 and 4 of the Chase. We got Derek Jeter, Larry Bird, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, dual sign Speedflex, Bobby Witt Jr., speaking of baseball, The Undertaker, and Ronald Acuna Jr. Those are probably the 4 breaks I would recommend, but we do have a Trevor Lawrence authentic and a Breeze Chrome Mini in the practice squad, and we have almost every headliner out there in the jerseys, and I think it's every single one left in the minis. If not every, maybe one only went, including the Elway Stanford mini helmet in those minis.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks like one was
3,
erased.
4, 5, 6, 9.
But on the bottom, it looks like one was erased.
Well, let's see, Steven. I think it's minis. I think we got ourselves one headliner gone in those mini helmets. Just one. It was actually the CD Lamb that went. So everything but Lamb is out there. You got it, Dustin. Yeah, I'll message you here in the next couple of days. We'll get it figured out, brother. I'll message you. We'll figure it out. Black and blue, no numbers, though, from guys. We got Brad, Dustin, Dan, Sean, Kevin, and Michael in here. Black and blue, double number 1. We'll give you guys about 30 seconds here. Let me know. So James Stroda's looking for slates. James, then in that case, man, you really only have one choice. That is the Vault, brother. We got ourselves a Patrick Mahomes slate. Again, we're talking about a helmet online worth more than $2K on Fanatics.com. And we have a Tyreek Hill slate. We got ourselves the silver slate. We got the gold slate. That's where I would head if I were you, James. Sean Bates got numbers. He wants 10 and 20. Dustin a little bit behind with 16 and 24. So let's do 10 and 20 here. So 8 through 9, 11 to 18, and we'll get 20 off the ticker into black and blue.
10 and 20, you said?
Yeah, I'm jumping, thanks, says James. James is jumping into the vault for those slates. We do have a single and a double up in that one. Speaking of the Cubs, we got the crosstown game tonight, Cubs and White Sox. Two teams that have not been doing a lot of winning, but someone's got to win tonight, Steven.
Technically speaking.
It can't end in a tie, although there is, I guess there was some rain, possibly.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I mean, it can't technically end in a tie, but, you know, if they don't play all, 5 innings at least, who knows? But I'm guessing somebody's going to win.
Yeah. All I know is that the 1 and 4 is the Chase.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a Bobby Witt Jr. bat in there, and he's already hit his second home run of the day.
Ooh,
and
2 home runs today.
Not even been an hour into the game. So
yeah, that's a guy that got paid, and whenever he got paid, everyone was like, "Who is this Bobby Witt Jr. guy?" And he's showing it this year exactly who he is, Steven. One of baseball's great young players.
He's the real deal.
We got ourselves Kevin Sukup in the NFC North, Brad Smola, the NFC South, Dustin Rose, NFC East, Michael Atrando has the NFC West. It's Dustin in the AFC North, Sean in the AFC South, Dan Scapetta, AFC East, and Brad Smola, AFC West. Welcome back, Dan Scapetta. Haven't seen him as much here recently. Let's see here, box 10, the messy box. We got a full-size authentic coming up, but all these are full-size authentics, so there's no surprise there. Oh, man. We got ourselves a beautiful flash. Kevin Sukup, not Suckup, Steven. I learned it's Sukup. How about Josh Jacobs, the newest Packer running back? Led the league in rushing yards a couple years ago for the Raiders. There's just a slight little, fade on the autograph. I'm talking about very, very minor. Otherwise, this lid looks pretty good. Very minor scratch on the back of the helmet as well. You can barely see it. It is Beckett certified for the Pro Bowl running back, Kevin Sukup, Josh Jacobs. Now, Kevin is a Jets guy, I believe. He likes the green. Here's that Packer green on Josh Jacobs. All right, Kev, good job. Was it Jets? No, I might be wrong about Kevin. Kevin, what was the squad, brother? I don't know why I'm blanking. What's going on, guys? How are you? Vikings. He's a Viking fan. Okay, so
That's a little more.
that makes more sense. A lot of Vikings in the room. Last night was Vikings night in the room. So Viking fan taking home the rival Packer, Josh Jacobs. So doing good, Danny. How are you, man? And Danny Vincenzo said, "What's going on, guys? We are doing good." Good job, Kev. Viking Nation in the house. What's up, Josh? Sean Bates says, Kevin, trade. Just breaking boxes, Josh. That's what's up. I mean, a lot of great stuff in the room. Pulled a lot of Brady's here recently, your boy. But now we have one of the nicknames I've heard, Steven, is the baby goat, right? Because that's what Mahomes is, right? He's the best player now, and he's the only guy that maybe has a chance to surpass Brady at the moment.
Yeah.
Now he's out there in that Vault series on the Slate Authentic. You know, we pulled a Gronk in this black and blue earlier today. But congrats, Kevin, on the Josh Jacobs. Yeah, we'll see how the Packers use him, but guy's a really, really good running back. Another one of those Bama guys, Steven, right?
Right.
So many good Bama running backs. Derrick Henry, Mark Ingram, Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris. I mean, there's so many of them. They're all so good. The Roll Tide guys. Except for Trent Richardson. Turned out he wasn't all that good. He was the exception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cheeseburger Lacey, he had his moments. You know, maybe not great long term, but he was good in a brief stint. Box 20 coming up. Speaking of cheeseburgers, we had the biggest cheeseburger lover in the world coming out as a filler in the Diamonds last night, Andy Reid.
Oh, nice.
That's how good those Diamonds are.
Wow.
Andy Reid filler hits.
That guy doesn't come into our room all too often.
I think it was only the second one I've ever pulled in my UA career. This is a filler hit in the black and blue. You kidding me? This is beautiful. One of the best, if not the best, standard authentic. The single season rushing record holder, Eric Dickerson, with the Hall of Fame 99 inscription. 2,105 rush yards back in 84, the most in a single season. He was also 9th all-time in rushing yards. Now, this helmet, if you look at this, if you display this in your man cave or she shed, it looks perfect. A slight imperfection on the back. A slight teeny tiny white spot. You can barely see it. It's like right there. Very, very small. Nice hit there, Michael Atrando. Evening UA says, Adam, got some wins today. Always look better in person. Thank you. Exactly. All the helmets always look better in person. And we got this fancy studio, these awesome cameras, Steven, but nothing can replicate
Real
the
life.
in-person, real-life moment.
That's a fact.
So congrats on your lids, Adam. Congrats, Michael. Michael Atrando, Sweet Lou. He was the big winner last night. In the very first box or break of the night, Steven, we had a break where he got a Jordan Love from the old vault. And then the new vault, he got that Chrome Flex, Jefferson, and Moss. One spot, paid like 160-something bucks. Got himself 3 autographs, a Chrome Speed Flex, a secondary authentic, roughly around 2K value for just 160 bucks or so. He did work.
Yes, he did.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, the Ram Authentics, they look like a flash, but this is their standard. I know I love the retro Ram because it's my childhood, but this might be my favorite standard authentic. I mean, it's either that or maybe the Vikings, right? The Jets have a good one. The Bengals have a good one. But this is, if not top 1 or 2, definitely top 5, the Ram standard. So good job, guys, for knocking out the black and blue. Believe it or not, I mean, I guess the break room is kind of like real life. The running back's not getting enough love right now. Those were 2 filler hits, Steven. In the black and blue, we have a 12 and 18 chance at a headliner now. Was that a secondary hit? I think it was 2 fillers.
Well, no, Josh Jacobs was a secondary.
Josh Jacobs was secondary.
Yes, he
and
was,
then
yep.
Dickerson was a filler.
That's crazy.
So it's now 11 in 18 chance at a headliner in here, 9 in 18 at a photo name. Awesome, says Lou. First Dickerson signature. Thanks, guys. Caleb Williams is still out there. Caleb Williams, the number 1 overall pick. The Bears, present and future. We here in Chicago, Steven, hope is powerful. We had Michael Jordan. We had Walter Payton. We had the Cubs, who went all those years without winning. And then they took home the 2016 World Series. We always hope in Chicago. Our hearts get broken all the time, but we call Caleb Williams the chosen one here, right?
Yeah.
We're hoping that he is more like Anakin Skywalker in the pre-Darth Vader days, Steven. That's the hope for us here. He's going to be really good.
Pray he doesn't turn evil ever.
Right? You better not go evil, Caleb. The only way he can turn evil is if he goes to the Packers or something. Then we'll definitely call him
They
Vader.
seem pretty set.
With Jordan Love.
Allegedly, yeah, with him. So
Who's also in the break room in the vault. So, yeah, there you go.
I was saying, I saw an article today. I think Bleacher Report put it out. The polls was talking about how Williams is the guy you win with, or you win because of.
Because of, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's my friend always says that.
I'm very excited, but
You have guys you win because of, guys you win with, and guys you win despite of.
Yep.
There's only a handful of guys you win with, or because of, rather, and Caleb Williams hopefully is one of them.
there's also a handful of guys you win despite of.
I mean, Rex Grossman, the Bears got to the Super Bowl, Steven. Remember when Mark Sanchez made a couple AFC Championship games?
He did for his first 2 years, right?
That did happen. He was off and running, sometimes running into his own teammates.
That was pretty famous.
Depends on what happens. The butt fumble.
Iconic is one way to describe that that scenario.
All right, so I'll do a top-to-bottom rundown, but first I want to knock out some personals. Will Junkie, I know, is a regular in the break room. Will, you have a mini helmet personal. Let us know what number you want. And that's a new one, right? That was
That
inputted
happened just before the show.
Just before the show. Then Matthew Benetti, I know you were probably earlier today. I know they didn't open it. If you're out there, Matthew, new customer, let us know what number you would like. I'm going to start with Matthew. I'm going to spin the wheel for him. And then Will, maybe I'll give Will a little bit of time because I do see him typically in the break room, and his order was more recent. So let's knock out this jersey personal. Then we'll probably knock out a top-to-bottom rundown on the break page. I know we do have 3 to go on that mini helmet series. So we are knocking on that door.
Is it a jersey, you said?
We're going to do the jersey. Yes, correct. Triple option for Matthew.
Cool, sounds good.
All right. We got ourselves... How about box 17 in the jerseys? 17, I think, is done already.
Yep, looks like it.
16 and 18 should both be there, Steven.
Yes, they are.
So we'll go to the randomizer. Let's see if it wants 16 or 18 after 6 clicks here. Good luck, guys. 5 and 6. How about 18? The Justin Jefferson number. It's not going to be 18 and 18, though, because we just pulled the J Jettas in our first jersey break of this program. So 18 coming up. That'll be Matthew Benetti. And then we got Will Junkie, your personal. We'll do a little bit later tonight. Unless you're out there now, Matthew, or Will, excuse me. We're more than happy to do it now, my friend.
Yeah, Will usually comes in the room at some point.
He does, exactly. So I want to give him at least a few more hours. If he's not in the next couple hours, we'll break it at some point during tonight's program. All right. Let's see what we got inside box 18. It's a Hall of Fame wide receiver. That's what it is, Steven. And it's not even a secondary headliner, which is crazy.
Oh.
And we got ourselves a 7-time Pro Bowler, more than 13,000 career receiving yards. How about Jim Kelly's boy, Andre Reed, right? The beautiful custom for the Bills. Played in those 4 straight Super Bowls with the great Jim Kelly. Nice hit right there for you, Matthew Benetti.
Okay, nice.
Good job, Matthew. Loving it. Loving that hit. Andre Reed, Sir Matthew. All right, I'll get this one written up. And let's keep the show rolling, guys. GSA certified. I'll do the top to bottom rundown. I know we just got a few more people hopping in to watch the program, Steven, so it'll be a good chance for everybody to see what we got going on. He says, Will, you can break it for me now and let the wheel choose the number. Perfect, Will. All right, so we'll do Will's personal after this. Thank you, Mr. Junkie. And then we will do the top to bottom rundown after that. Brand new minis. The only mini gone is the CD Lamb in that new series. So that's the time to get the personal when there's a bunch of headliners out there. Congrats, Matthew, on the Andre Reed. If you are watching, Matthew, let us know what team you like and how you heard about Ultimate Autographs, right? Let us know about how you heard about UA. The personal reps are not sold out, Sean. At least not that I know of. They should be pretty open. It's a pretty new series.
I say you'll see Barry Sanders, Urlacher, Ty Law up there.
And it does not say sold out, so you can get those personal reps. We have minis. We have jerseys. We have the headliner package. We have all sorts of stuff on that mystery box page, which I guess I can go over after my break top to bottom rundown. And as far as those go, by the way, on the reps, Barry Sanders, Urlacher, Ty Law, Mike Evans, John Lynch, and Warren Moon are out there, Sean, if you're wondering who is available in that series. I know Sean is a Buccaneer fan, Steven, and he's probably got his eyes on that Mike Evans.
Again, that's another guy who just doesn't sign all too often here in the UA break room. So
another fantastic guy. He is like Mr. Consistency, right?
And really just, I don't want to say underappreciated. I feel like we appreciate him, but just kind of forgotten about.
I think it's one of those guys that
Lost
it's like
in no man's land.
He's always in that like 5 to 10 best receiver in the league, but like 6 to 10, he's never really been top 5.
Yeah.
But he's always top 10. And if you're top 10 for like 7, 8 years in a row, cumulatively you're top 5 in that era.
Yeah, exactly right.
But you never think of him as like name 5 receivers in the league. Mike Evans is not typically top 5.
No.
But he's been so good for so long.
I might be able to name them here in the break room.
Right? I mean,
Hill, Jefferson, Chase.
Yep.
That's a good start.
Devontae Adams, you know, I know we had an off year last year, but if we take out last year, he's definitely been top 5 for like 7, 8 years in a row.
Right, absolutely.
So we got some good ones. We have the GOAT receiver, Jerry Rice, as well in the black and blue. So he might not even be a top 5 receiver in the break room currently. You're right, Steven.
But again, like you said, cumulatively, absolutely.
There's so many good names in our room, too. That's the problem. It's not on him. It's just the names in the break room.
Oh, future top 10 receiver DJ Moore. I see him there.
Yeah. I mean,
he might already be
actually,
there.
he probably already is top 10.
I think he's already
10.
there, but, you know.
He was 6th in receiving yards, DJ Moore.
Just people.
He did work last year.
I really, really, really lean towards guys who just don't have a guy throwing them the football.
Yeah. And he did work.
Yeah, exactly.
He did work last year without having a great passing quarterback.
That's why
He'll get a better quarterback in Caleb Williams, also in our break room right now. Obviously, the only problem is that there's 2 other great receivers lining up alongside him with Dunze and Keenan Allen. So we'll see what that does for numbers. But DJ Moore, he's fantastic.
The numbers might quote-unquote dip,
but he'll be better.
Everything's going to be easier. You know?
Exactly.
That's what I would imagine.
How about 5? Box 5 in the mini helmets. Right. Let's see here. Man, that's so funny.
5's not there.
We've done 2 minis and 3 minis, and 5 is not there. It's that kind of day. Same for the jerseys, right? A lot of jerseys left. We land on a box that isn't available. I'll have you double check just in case, Steven.
Oh, look, yeah.
But otherwise, I'll put in 4 and 6 here.
I do not see 5, but I see 4 and 6.
All right, so 4 and 6. Top one after 6 clicks is what we'll do, Will, for your personal, my friend.
Bottom or top?
We got ourselves one more. How about 6? 6 clicks for box 6. 6 coming off the ticker in the mini helmets.
That'd be a fun wrinkle if the dice roll matches the box.
Right? It's got to be good.
It's got to be that one.
It's only 2 6s, not 3, Steven. 3 sixes is the devil's number.
That's exactly true. But what if number 6 comes out of there?
I told you what me and Dom looked up a few Fridays ago. I called the number 6 box the Jay Cutler box. And of course, Dom, as a Packer fan, scoffs and says, "Oh, that's the best you can do." I mean, then we Googled the best number 6s.
He is the best.
And he was considered the best number 6 in NFL history.
Exactly.
So there
Hopefully
you go.
Devonta Smith can take that from
He
him.
might take that, the Eagle receiver.
He's definitely good enough to.
Yeah. Just
And I
gotta
think
stay
more people
healthy.
like him enough, you know.
All right, well, box 6. Oh, my God. I was like, is this Devontae Smith? No, it's Brandon Graham. Got that strip sack of Tom Brady to win the Super Bowl. That Philly special for the Eagles. Pro Bowler at one point. Obviously an awesome player. Long-time Eagle. Congratulations right there, Will Junkie, on the Brandon Graham mini. All right, Will. A lot of fillers here today, which means that the headliner ratios are getting better across the board. And I'm looking at our board, Steven. Every single series right now has, I mean, a lot of headliners, right? I'm looking at like 10, 11, 12, 15, 7, 8. There's so many headliners in every series right now, guys. Just waiting for you guys to get them. All right, Will. Brandon Graham mini helmet. I mean, you know, the crazy thing about, you know, we always talk about rings and what they mean for a quarterback. And, you know, a lot of people put that as the top thing for a quarterback. Tom Brady's, like, best game probably ever in the Super Bowl statistically, up until that strip sack, Steven, was actually in that game against Philadelphia. Look at his passing yards. I don't think he ever passed for more yards in the Super Bowl.
Dude, that was a high-scoring Super Bowl.
That was a fun Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very. We actually have been blessed with a lot of really good ones. I know we had that Ram Patriot one. That was kind of a dud. But you look at recent Super Bowls, seems like they're usually really close, and the names usually are pretty iconic. I mean, the last two, as a Chief fan, going down to the wire, Steven. That Bengal Ram one went down to the wire. A lot of good Super Bowls in recent memory.
Right.
I guess the only non-close one recently was the Mahomes versus Brady. But, I mean, that's also the last time we saw Brady in a Super Bowl. So that in its own right is iconic in some ways, right?
Yeah.
So let's do this rundown. Let's give you guys a rundown of the break page. Everything that we got going on here at UA.
I imagine that those minis will be done by the time your rundown is completed.
Perfect.
So, two to go.
So 2 to go in those minis. Thank you, Steven. I'll start with the Training Camp Vault Series. Training Camp coming to Chicago. Hard Knocks, baby.
I'm excited.
That'll be fun to see. I know some people don't want it. I kind of want it. I want that extra exposure. I want to see it all in motion, Steven. I don't believe that Aaron Rodgers was cursed last year. It was just bad timing.
I don't play too much into the like.
Some people don't want.
Like
the
I get the
attention,
Madden
Steven.
curse, but I don't think it makes a difference.
Okay, no Hard Knocks curse. I mean,
No.
the Lions were on Hard Knocks recently,
Yeah,
and they
they're
were
fine.
good last year.
Exactly.
So we got ourselves so many great names in this vault. We are down to 25 boxes left in the vault series. We have 15 headliners, guys. Let me say that again. 15 headliners. 10 photoed, 5 secondary. As for our photoed headliners, we are absolutely loaded. It's actually 14 headliners, I think.
Yeah,
Should be
because Keon
14.
Coleman. Because I know I have to adjust it.
Yeah,
but
so
Keon
there's-
Coleman was taken.
Keon Coleman was secondary.
Yes,
Okay.
mhm.
So 14 headliners in 25 boxes. 9 photoed. Jordan Love authentic on the flash. I mean, first year starting for Green Bay last year. Second in the league in passing touchdowns. He won a playoff game. He almost beat the 49ers as well. Also one of the best autographs in the game. Jordan with the heart, number 10. I love everything about that helmet, Jordan Love. We talk about Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the only guy ever, Steven, with more passing yards and more passing touchdowns than Drew Brees. That is a beautiful Brees, authentic runner-up to MVP 4 times. I'm still mad he never got one. But we have that gold ink on that Lunar Authentic. It is clean. Devontae Adams, one of the best receivers of the last 7-8 years, if not the best. Let's put it this way. He's led the NFL in receiving touchdowns with 2 different teams, 2 different quarterbacks. Devontae Adams is hashtag the truth. Tony Romo, one of the most well-known football players. I mean, if you're on CBS, if you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, if you date Carrie Underwood, Jessica Simpson, everybody knows who Tony Romo is.
Right.
Definitely a big-time personality with that beautiful, authentic Tyreek Hill on the slate, authentic. Maybe the fastest receiver ever. Maybe the quickest receiver ever as well. This guy's got that combo of speed. He's got the quickness. Man, he's so good. Led the league in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns last season. The Cheetah. Joe Montana, 4-time Super Bowl champion quarterback. He won 3 Super Bowl MVPs. Only guys ever to have at least 3 MVPs in the Super Bowl and at least 2 MVPs in the league is Joe Montana, Tom Brady, and the guy also in the series, Patrick Mahomes. Again, the Fanatics price right now, Steven, for a Mahomes Authentic goes for $2,300. Like, maybe you find it a little bit cheaper on eBay, but that's the official retailer price for a Mahomes Authentic, $2,300. You can get that for as low as $83 in this vault. Patrick Mahomes. And what's scary is Fanatics' retail price before his last Super Bowl, Steven, was $1,700.
Oh, boy.
They raised the price by $600 on Mahomes. What does that tell me?
But the fourth Super Bowl is going to be $2,900?
It tells me that if he gets to 5-6 rings, especially if he gets to like 7 or 8, his autograph is going to be worth more than even Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. Currently the second most expensive autograph in football memorabilia. We have Aiden Hutchinson. Speaking of the Lions, one of the best defensive players, young superstar. His future is going to be so great. Brown, Jackson, and Allen triple signed. Raider Authentic. That's Bo Jackson, Tim Brown, and Marcus Allen. And then we have a lot of really good secondary headliners. I mean, Antonio Gates, most receiving touchdowns ever for a tight end. We got Deebo Samuel, one of the most fun receivers in the league. DeAndre Swift for the Bears. Eric Dickerson, Jalen Waddle. Plus, we have 3 vault keys left as well. That series is loaded. Black and blue, we're down to 18 black and blues left. We got 9 photoed headliners and 2 secondary. The names in here are crazy good. I mean, we got Megatron, Calvin Johnson, a guy that doesn't sign autographs often. I mean, if we're talking about most talented receivers, this guy is right up there with Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, all the Larry Fitz, all these all-time greats. Kind of like Barry Sanders called it a little bit early, but everybody knows who Calvin Johnson is.
And they know what he's about.
Yes. Marshall Faulk, one of the best running backs ever. Receive the ball, catch the ball, run the ball, get touchdowns. This guy was a machine. Primetime Deion Sanders, maybe the best corner ever. There's our guy, Caleb Williams, the #1 overall pick out of USC. Brett Favre, not a name we see often in the break room. You know, when Brett Favre retired, he had all the records. We have Tyreek Hill on that Flash Authentic. So the best receiver in the league, arguably today. Jerry Rice, probably the GOAT receiver on that new Salute to Service Authentic. Aaron Donald, that's a Salute to Service Speed Flex, guys. I mean, speaking of Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson, here's another all-time great that retired a little early, Aaron Donald. Then LaDainian Tomlinson on the Lunar Authentic with the blue ink. Beautiful lid right there. LT. I mean, some of the best running backs ever in here. Tomlinson, Sanders, and Falk. We did pull the Barry, actually, but a lot of good names in here. Slight imperfections in the black and blue, but all authentic. Tank Dell and Kyron Williams also left as secondary headliners. We got 8 to go in the diamond helmets. Down to 13 boxes left, and we still got 6 photoed headliners left in here. Here's one, Steven, that's different. Not a name we often get in the break room. Wes Welker.
Yeah, that's... Whew.
Right, on the Bronco Authentic. Fantastic slot receiver. We got the Cheetah again, Tyreek Hill. Tony Romo on the Lunar Authentic again. Speaking of top 5 receivers, Tyreek Hill was one. Jamar Chase is another one, right? I mean, if Burrow and Jamar Chase, if they find a way to keep them both, they find a way to stay healthy, That duo could be so great for so many years to come. Here's Derrick Henry on the Raven Flash Authentic. It's going to be so much fun to see him with Lamar Jackson. This guy's not done yet, Steven, by the way. People said that he was losing, past his prime. He finished second in rushing yards last year. And he's going to be on a much better team, right? Because in Tennessee, everyone just focuses on him. Can you imagine Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry read option?
Right.
Who do you go after, right? That offensive line in Baltimore, just that football team in general. This guy could have an incredible season. Look for him to kind of be like CMC, right? CMC got rejuvenated in San Francisco. He just got a new contract today, by the way. But Derrick Henry will get rejuvenated with the Ravens, in my opinion. And then Jordan Love. I mean, look at this. This is the ripped authentic with the green visor, the yellow rip, the white clouds. One of the best young quarterbacks in the league. Jordan Love still out there. Practice squad, we're down to 10 boxes left. We got 2 photoed headliners. Trevor Lawrence on the authentic for Jacksonville. He was just at Messi's latest game, Steven. Trevor Lawrence watching Leo Messi out there in Miami. And then how about that chrome mini, Drew Brees? I mean, I know it's a mini helmet, but man, that chrome looks incredible. One of the best quarterbacks ever. Top 5 ever for me, the great Drew Brees. Marcus Allen, 3rd all-time in rush touchdowns. And the 85 Bears, Super Bowl MVP. We got ourselves Richard Dent still available. 4 headliners in the final 10 boxes in the practice squad. 1 in 4, that's the chase, guys. Chase item of the show. 18 boxes left, 8 headliners left, including a very, very expensive autographed Derek Jeter. We do have the minis ready. I'll do those here in a second, but Derek Jeter on the Yankee jersey, and Steven, Bob can rest. He can relax. There's no Jeter on the back of the jersey. Just a number 2 for the Yankees. When you think of number 2 for the Yankees, you think of this guy right off the bat. Winner, Derek Jeter. Awesome, awesome jersey, awesome player. Larry Bird on that gold basketball. One of the most skilled players to ever play the game. Here's speed. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, dual sign speed flex. Bobby Wood Jr., you said, has 2 home runs today, Steven?
Yes, sir.
Guys balling out that beautiful blue Royals bat. We have the MVP from last season in the National League, Ronald Acuna Jr. Heartbreaking injury, but this guy, he knows how to play ball. And then, of course, the Undertaker still left, photoed headliner, and then secondary names, Mario Andretti and Larry Walker, former Rocky hitter. Training camp vault went over the names in the double, but real quick, everything is left but the Moss and Jefferson, including that Mahomes authentic. Practice squad single, 6 to go. Black and blue single, 7 left. Jerseys are 8 to go. Fred Warner, Tyreek Hill, Dick Butkus, Earl Campbell, Brian Urlacher, Zay Flowers, TJ Watt, and Jalen Waddle available in that break. 7 to go in the diamond single. Mini break is sold out. We got ourselves everything but the Lamb still out there. Elway Stanford, that's nice. Jason Witten, Devontae Adams, Fred Warner, Barry Sanders Slate, GOAT running back in the house, Marshall Faulk, Warren Sapp, DJ Moore, and Chris Olave still available in there. Not to mention we have personals in the jerseys, the minis. We have a headliner package, 1 rep, 1 mini, 1 jersey, 1 authentic, $17.99.99. A great buy for a new collector who's got money, who wants to get variety in the headliner package. We got ourselves the beautiful Challenge Flag rep helmets. That includes Barry Sanders, Brian Urlacher, Ty Law, Mike Evans, John Lynch, and Warren Moon. That Ty Law flash, that thing looks sweet. Jeter is a custom jersey. I knew I would wake up Bob. Just checking if he's awake, Steven. Yes, sir. Never said it wasn't. Typically, if I don't say the jersey is licensed, then it's probably going to be custom. So I didn't mention it's licensed. It is a custom Derek Jeter jersey. Yes, sir, Bob. Still worth a lot. It's Derek Jeter, right? Mini double number 1. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers, guys. We got William Maynard, Brad Smola, Larry Jensen, Johnny Pop Wizard, Sean Bates, Jose Rivera, and Christopher Taylor. I know why Johnny Pop is in here. He wants the Barry Sanders, Steven.
Can't blame him.
He's a Lion fan. So let me know, gentlemen, what you would like. Let me know. Oh, here we go. The Wizard has my favorite number, Steven, 8 and 23. All right, Johnny Pop, 8 and 23 work. We'll get those off the ticker for the minis, and we will rock and roll. He says, yes, I do. He's like, give me that berry. And Bob is pointing out what I know you know. Some customers know, some don't. But as Bob Boulay will tell you, it doesn't have the MLB logo on the back collar, which means it's not licensed. So, correctamundo, Bob Boulay. Correctamundo. So 8 and 23. I want that Bears, says Jose Rivera. Probably looking for the DJ Moore, Steven. That'd be nice.
Yeah, good one.
And we do have an Urlacher on the jerseys as well. And we have Caleb Williams in the black and blue. So, Jose, we got some good Bears stuff in the room currently. I got some really, really good Bears stuff. Actually, Vault secondary headliner, Steven. We have DeAndre Swift as well. And we have Richard Dent in the practice squad as a secondary headliner. So, Chicago Bears throughout the break room. No doubt about it, Jose. Bear down, baby. That's what we do here. All right, dice roll, 6 clicks coming up. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Thank you, Steven.
23.
B-Rad is Rad. Brad Smola in the NFC North. LJ Larry Jensen in the NFC South. Jose NFC East. Brad NFC West. William AFC North. Johnny Pop Wizard in the AFC South. Sean Bates AFC East. And Christopher Taylor the AFC West. I also know why Sean Bates is in this break. He wants that creamsicle Warren Sapp. Bear down. That's right, Jose. He's got it in emoji form, Steven.
Right.
All right, good luck, folks. Press coverage, 8 and 23. My 2 favorite numbers in the world. All right, very first box. Very first box here. Oh, my God. This might be the best hit in the entire series, Steven. We got a Stanford John Elway mini helmet.
Oh, nice.
The number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft out of Stanford. You can tell this guy is smart, Steven, because, you know, in his time as an exec, he brought over Peyton Manning. He won, 2 Super Bowls as a player with the Broncos. Another one as an exec. Beautiful mini helmet. The band is on the field. The band is on the field. He was part of that era for Stanford. Christopher Taylor, AFC West, Hall of Fame quarterback, top 10 all time, the great John Elway.
Was he a part of that game?
I think he was, Steven. I believe he
I know
was.
he wasn't on the field for that.
He was. The band was on the field.
The band
not
was on
him.
the- yeah.
The band was on the field.
Yeah.
But I believe he was in that game, John Elway.
Oh, okay.
And that was Stanford and Cal, I believe,
Right.
back in the day.
A throwback.
Nice
just
hit, says Adam. Yes,
Jack
sir.
that trombone player.
Yeah, right.
That guy just got absolutely
he got
leveled.
tackled. He had no business being on the field.
Nope.
I'll tell you that much. Johnny Pop says, nice. Nice indeed. John Elway. I'll keep this one out. I know
It's a
we
beautiful
usually.
mini.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's going to make it by the end of the night. It probably won't with that vault. But let's give the minis and jerseys a little bit of love here in the break room. I know I was going to say, we do have a lot of John Elway in our room, Steven, but only seen him a handful of times on Stanford. So, definitely cool stuff. So that was 33. That was 8 years ago. So the band is on the field. John Elway was in that game, 1983, I think. Or November 20th, 1982 would be John Elway's last regular season game for Stanford.
Wow.
That's when the band went on the field, Steven.
The band.
The band. The hit right here. John Elway. All right, one more mini coming up. Do we have a double headliner break? Oh my God. Are you kidding me, Steven? This is one of the all-time great mini helmet breaks in UA history. John Elway, followed by Barry Sanders.
Wow.
The Slate Mini, Schwartz certified. Barry Sanders, in my opinion, the GOAT running back. I mean, he would have the most rushing yards ever had he not retired early. And everyone says, why did he retire early, Steven? You look at the all-time great running back lists, and a lot of people have him 1, some have him 2, some have him 3. It justifies his decision, right? Because a lot of people will put him first ever, Steven, even with retiring early, Barry Sanders.
Right.
He never missed a Pro Bowl. He never had less than 1,000 yards rushing. An absolute beast on the Slate Mini. Brad Smola. Barry Sanders. Wow. I feel like it's a diamond break with Barry Sanders and John Elway. I mean, as far as mini helmets, that's one of the best
Right.
double box breaks I've ever seen.
That doesn't get much better than that.
This is legends here at UA. Barry and John Elway. Bam, says Brad. Thanks, you're welcome. That's the 2 that William Maynard was trying for. He was sandwiched right in the middle right there. It was the NFC North and the AFC West. William Maynard right in the middle of the AFC North, Steven. He was the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Brad and Christopher were the bread, and then William Maynard was in the middle somewhere, right?
Sounds like it.
So good job there, Brad, though. That's a get. I mean, even Christopher got that for $49, Steven. Holy smokes. Very, very cool. All right, let's keep it rolling, folks. Let's keep it rolling on the break page. Definitely want to see some headliners in the vault. Patrick Mahomes authentic out there in the vault. Let's make sure we knock that out tonight. I mean, he says dead spot. There's not really any dead spots. They're all good. I mean, last night, Steven, we had people saying, oh, I'm in the dead spot. I got the AFC West. Out comes an Andy Reid authentic.
Right.
In the diamonds. It was crazy. It was such a awesome hit in our break room. There's technically a David Njoku secondary headliner in those minis in the North. But I get it. Everyone gets focused on the graphic. Everyone's visual. I'm the same way. I can promise you guys, though, we have great stuff across the break page, especially in those high-end series, right?
Absolutely.
Barry Sanders Slate Mini. God, I love the silver slate. This is nice. This is nice. This is a guy that, I mean, I think he would be even more famous in today's era with the social media. Like, he was basically, we talk about Reggie Bush. He did things Reggie Bush did, but he did it in the NFL, Steven. Which is ever the more impressive, Mr. Barry Sanders. So there's something you really want to see right now in the room. What's your top 1, 2, or 3 hits? What do you really want to see tonight, Steven?
Well, I mean, Patrick Mahomes always great to see, especially on that gold slate. That's beautiful. I mean, the diamonds. Tony Romo, I haven't seen him in a while. That'd be a great hit. Aaron Donald speed flex in the black and blue. Man, whatever you want is kind of here in the room. 1 and 4. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle speed flex is still out there?
That's a dual signed speed flex.
Why are we going after that one?
I don't know. You can get that for as little as $125, Steven.
Wow. And then again, the Bobby Wood Jr.
Bobby Wood Jr. bat.
Love that bat.
We've seen that exact bat before. It is awesome looking. Even better on the stream, even better at home whenever you get it at your house.
Doesn't get old for me.
I mean, even like it's like minis tonight. Drew Brees Chrome Mini, Steven. That thing is phenomenal. I actually really want to see the Derrick Henry Raven Flash. I mean, Derrick Henry, haven't had him as much on the Ravens. This is going to be a dangerous man, King Henry. The Eclipse Tyreek Hill. We've seen a lot of Hill flashes, Lunars recently, custom lids. I have not seen that one in a hot minute. The Cheetah. This Jordan Love is phenomenal as well. It's a beautiful, beautiful Packer authentic. Jordan Love. So William saying Barry Slate Mini is about $350. I'm guessing it's probably what William sees it on a good old eBay. How much worth, Steven? as much as someone's willing to pay for them, right?
Yep, pretty much.
So those prices do vary quite a bit, but that is the William Maynard consensus online. So 7 to go in that vault. Again, speaking of slates, there's a Tyreek Hill authentic slate in here. I want to see that. I want to see the Patrick Mahomes in here. Awesome series. The Drew Brees. I mean, we can argue, Steven, when it's all said and done, we might have 3 top 5 quarterbacks of all time in this series. Brees, Montana, and Mahomes. Any collectors out there, you want to collect the top 5, top 10 quarterbacks ever, this is a great place to start in the vault. And now that we have the double up, and it's all of the new series, you can double up. NFC North, Aiden Hutchinson, Jordan Love. AFC West, Devontae Adams, Patrick Mahomes. You get the spots there. You get a lot of great stuff. I mean, AFC West, triple sign Raider authentic.
Right.
Again, the authentic helmets are worth the most. They have the most value. If you're looking to sell or trade, that's where it's at. Mahomes retail authentic price valued at more than $2,000, Steven, for a Mahomes authentic. So let's keep it rolling, folks. A lot of good options in the room. Let me know where you guys would like to head. Yeah, it's all about picking 1 or 2 breaks right now because we're a little bit open right now. So you guys at home, let me know what you guys want to do, and we'll tackle it, right?
Let's get it done.
So Cubs and Sox, 0-0, headed to the bottom of the first, Steven. That'll be fun. I know we did talk about earlier, I mentioned it briefly, McCaffrey got a 2-year extension for the Niners. Some of the headlines out there. I know we had a lifetime ban for betting on baseball.
Right.
One of the former Pirate players.
Did you see what his win percentage was?
What was it?
4.3%.
Yeah.
Not good.
That's why, like, I struggle with this because, you know, you and I bet, and I mean, I've had a good year this year. I'm in the green this year. I was not in the green last year, you know.
Yeah, but it's not 4.3%.
Well, no, my win percentage is over 50%. But, you know, there's the juice and everything, but nothing is guaranteed in betting. So just because I get why they don't want people, you know, that play the sports betting, Steven, but if you're going to tell me that they have true insider information, they don't.
Not in baseball.
It's just the way the game is played. I mean, maybe the rare chance that they know somebody's injured on their own team. Like, if you want to bet against your team, like, that would be the rare exception. But I would say just because you play pro ball doesn't mean that you know more than someone out there. Because the sports are hard to predict. If it were easy, Vegas wouldn't exist, right?
I think the one sport that it would kind of like impact the most is like football.
Yeah.
Because like you have the whole week, you're game planning.
Yeah.
Maybe you throw a new wrinkle of a certain player, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bet on this guy.
Yeah.
We've never used him before, that kind of thing. But baseball, that is one of the more random sports out there. Basketball, you still have to make or miss the shots.
I remember when Jonte Porter tried to miss and he banked it in for a 3, Steven.
Nice, yeah.
So that's how it goes.
That's what he gets.
Jacob's got a question. Says, I have a question for you guys. Are your jerseys authentic or custom? Trying to get more people in here, and they're asking. All right, so Jacob, our jerseys tend to be custom. We do typically mix in some authentic jerseys in a 1 and 4. We have done authentic jerseys in the past, an authentic jersey series, but typically they are custom.
Yeah.
All the ones in the current jersey series are all custom. So they are custom jerseys. I won't try to sell you on, something that we don't have. They're custom jerseys. But definitely like the 1 and 4, for example, actually we do have custom. The Acuna and the Jeter are custom. The Magic was custom. But we do get licensed jerseys sometimes in the 1 and 4, Steven. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's probably the best spot to find them. So Jacob says, okay, no problem. Yeah. I mean, they're $27 a spot, Jacob. The names, whether they're licensed or custom, for $27, I mean...
The autograph alone might cost less.
Yeah,
more than that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the headliners, they're worth considerably more than $27. I mean, Tyreek Hill's in here. Fred Warner, Dig Butkus, Earl Campbell, Brian Urlacher. We got Zay Flowers, TJ Watt, Jalen Waddle. These are good jerseys. Good jerseys. For $27, they are worth it. Now, whenever we do run a licensed jersey, you guys might see the price say $45, $50 because, you know, they're worth more. I know the can't miss jerseys we run, can't miss jerseys and minis. We might sprinkle in some licensed jerseys, but these are custom. Jacob says it's a great deal, so I'm good with it. There you go. By the way, Jacob, ask away and ask us any questions, man. We're not here to deceive anybody. Obviously, we want you guys buying in, but, you know, working with Steven, working with, you know, Colin, you know, Alex, all the guys in our staff, nobody's here to deceive anybody, right? These are live breaks, 1 in 8 chance to win. But if you have any questions about the memorabilia, ask away because there's some great stuff in our room, that's for sure.
You're also allowed to know as much information as possible. So
Correct.
Ask away.
That's what we do. Now, we can't guarantee what's going to come out in the boxes, but we can give you honest information about any questions that you guys may have. What's the squad, Jacob? I'm trying to remember what Jacob's squad is. Jacob Kangas. What's the squad? Now, that break is 8 to go, by the way. So, if I had to pick, Steven, specifically where I would probably head, if we're looking at the high-end breaks, I would probably recommend the Vault. Just because everything is left except for the Moss Jefferson dual signed. And a lot of quarterbacks, right? We talk about value, what's something worth. The quarterbacks are great. Love, Romo, Montana, Mahomes, and Breeze. And if you're looking for something really, really cool, probably the coolest lid currently in the room is the Jordan Love in the diamonds, right? Jacob wants the Jordan Love. This one, Jacob, I mean, this thing is fantastic.
Beautiful lid.
Yeah, I love that green visor. It's a sweet, sweet lid. That's fantastic in those diamonds. Those are probably the high-end breaks. If you want to go for the low-end breaks, you know, $27 in the jerseys is never a bad deal. Up to you guys. I definitely want to knock out 1, 1, and 4 at least, Steven. It is the chase tonight. The Waddle and Hill dual sign speed flex. Again, you get a speed flex, Steven. You get a big name on a speed flex, especially if you get 2 autographs on there. We're typically looking at north of $1,000 in value. It does differ a lot. You know, those are a little bit harder to, you know, project because I've seen some of these speed flexes online, the exact same helmet, Steven, going for $800 and then going for $1,200 or $1,300. So there is no guaranteed market. Obviously, the values differ a lot, but I typically will tell you that any speed flex in our break room is in that $1,000 range, which is worth a lot, obviously. Obviously worth quite a bit. So you can get that. You can get Derek Jeter, Larry Bird, The Undertaker, Bobby Wood Jr., Acuna. A lot of great stuff to get. No doubt about that, guys. So, Jacob, we do got a lot of Tom Brady. If you're a Patriot fan, definitely look out for Tom Brady. So, up to you guys. You and I, Steven, know this very well. Whenever we recommend something, they listen to us sometimes. But who do they listen to the most? Their fellow customers.
Each other.
As soon as somebody in the chat puts it out there, I want to break this series. They put it out there to get 1 or 2 orders. That break happens almost right away. So you guys in the chat, let us know what you guys want. That is what's going to happen here tonight in the UA Live break room. We got 28 folks watching. Got to imagine that some of these guys want to party here, right?
I would imagine so. I got to agree.
So let's go, let's go, let's go. What do you think, Steven? NFC North. We have Jordan Love, who's currently out there in the diamonds in the vault. We have Caleb Williams in the black and blue. We got Jared Goff, who got a fat contract. And we have J.J. McCarthy coming in with, you know, our guy Justin Jefferson getting a fat contract. I think the NFC North is going to be one of the most fun divisions in the NFL this year. I think it's going to be one of those divisions where, you know, the team that gets last maybe wins like 8 games, and the team that gets first wins 11 games. Everybody goes to that 8 to 11 range, right?
It's going to be really competitive, I would have to imagine. The Vikings might not start off the best because they have a rookie quarterback if he gets the starting nod, but I think by the end of the year, they're going to be right in the thick of things.
The good thing for McCarthy is, and he's probably the worst of those 4 quarterbacks in my opinion, but he's got the best weapon that any of those guys have. This guy right here, Justin Jefferson.
Right.
Jordan Addison as well. He's got a lot of toys.
And he might be, quote unquote, the worst because of, what we know of the other guys.
Caleb Williams, Jordan Love, and Jared Goff, proven guys, right?
More proven. Well, even Caleb Williams hasn't even proven himself yet.
Not yet, but
we've seen some things
we've seen
that we like a lot. So, but again, who has the best toys of all the quarterbacks?
Yeah, toys matter.
JJ has some nice toys. That's
toys
all I'm
matter.
gonna say right there.
Ask Tua, Hill and Waddle, dual sign speed flex, and the 1 and 4. Tua's very, very happy
Colin
with his
posed
toys.
the question to me because I think they were talking about, Tua and Waddle, and, it's tough not to say that they're not the best combo of wide receivers in the NFL.
Hill and Waddle?
Yeah, but I'm
I
saying
think they
right
are.
behind them is this guy and Jordan Addison. I think Jordan Addison is absolutely filthy. And he's only just going to get better.
10 receiving touchdowns last year for Jordan Addison. There's that Waddle and Tyreek Hill dual sign speed flex in the 1 and 4. Justin Beck says, new to the page, how does this work? So, Justin, my recommendation for you, man, first off, let me drop our live break page link where you can kind of go through our breaks and see what we offer. There's also a video on the top right-hand corner, the live break explainer I recommend watching. But basically, it'll tell you in the fine print, this item is a live drawing. You're purchasing a spot in a live break, not a guaranteed item. So basically, typically, most of our NFL breaks are 1 in 8 chance to win for each spot you buy. You get randomized the division, and let's just say, for example, let's just throw out a hypothetical out there, Stephen, right? Let's just say that Justin Beck jumps in the vault double box, which double box means 2 boxes come out. Hypothetically, not saying it's going to happen, but hypothetically, Justin gets the AFC West. He gets, let's say Mahomes comes out of the box. And then the triple signed Tim Brown, Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen comes out. All of a sudden, that one spot would get him 2 authentic helmets and well over $2,000 value for less than $200, right?
Right.
Because the Mahomes authentic in that $2,000 retail price. My question for you, Justin, is what's your team? Because that's a great way to kind of figure out what break you want to play, right? Because if there's headliners of your team, that's the easy way to figure it out. But the divisions are randomized. You don't get to pick your division. Everyone pays the same amount of money. Everyone gets the same odds for the divisions. Obviously, if you buy 4 spots, 50% chance to win. You buy all 8 spots, you got a guaranteed win.
Yep.
I wish we could give everybody a win, but if everyone that entered got a win, Steven, we'd be out of business. So best way to really learn, Justin, is to watch. You'll see these breaks in practice here. Speaking of practice, actually, practice squad, I think, is probably our closest right now, Steven, right? 4 to go in the practice squad.
4 to go. 4 to go.
So that's $46 a spot in the practice squad. This is a mixer, authentics, minis, reps, jerseys. We do have a Trevor Lawrence authentic. I really want to see what he can do this year, Steven, when he's healthy. Trevor Lawrence. And then we have the Drew Brees Chrome Mini, which, as talented as Trevor Lawrence is, the likelihood of him when he retires, Steven, being as good as Drew Brees is very, very small.
Right.
But if you line those guys up next to each other and you had them throw the ball, you had them run the ball, right? You had him do a workout for you.
Right.
Trevor Lawrence would be picked ahead of Drew Brees any day of the week. But Drew Brees did it with grit, with intelligence, with touch. He was an incredible quarterback on that Chrome Mini helmet. 4 to go in that practice squad, guys. I'll drop that link in. Only 10 boxes left. Those 2 photo headliners left, plus the Richard Dent. And we got ourselves the Marcus Allen as well. Secondary headliners left. So, like I said, 8 spot breaks, 4 down, 4 to go. As soon as those 8 spots are all filled up, we break the box.
3 to go in that practice squad.
All right, moving. Like Allen Iverson, we are talking about practice here, Steven. Not the game, we're talking about practice. James Strode is back in. Zach Hayes is in. William Losi is in. What's up, guys? Christopher Taylor, Jose Rivera, Sean Bates, John Fermansky, Michael Atrondo, Kevin Sukup, Jose Rivera, I think I mentioned already, Larry Jensen, Dan Scapetta, Dustin Rose, Jeffrey Greco, Laura Thorne, Brad Smola. These are all customers that have ordered for tonight's show, Steven.
Yep.
And speaking of orders, another order coming in. Here comes Zach. Zach says, let's try my luck at the black and blue and the vault single. All right. Vault single, $83. I mean, in terms of what's the best value if you win, Steven, the best value right now is the vault if you win the Mahomes, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know obviously, you know, I don't try to lie to people. I know you can find some of these lids a little bit cheaper on eBay, but if we're going off official retail price, Patrick Mahomes Authentic on Fanatics, about $2,300, Steven. Let's see if they have a Slate Authentic specifically. Let's see, Patrick Mahomes Slate Authentic helmets. There's a lot of Patrick Mahomes stuff on there, right? Fanatics is littered with Mahomes stuff, and I can't blame him, right?
No, that's a good guy to sell.
He's everywhere.
He puts up numbers. Well, I like that little silhouette thing.
Right? All the jerseys come up. I got one of those Mahomes jerseys. They're nice. I got it at the Canton Pro Football Hall of Fame. So what do you guys think? 26 of you guys watching. What are we going to knock out first? What do you think, Steven? What's the betting favorite?
Man, practice squad is ahead. So, you know, it's tough to not say that, but I'm thinking maybe one of these training camp single. I think there's just really good value to be had in that.
Right?
And honestly, there's no reason we shouldn't be doing some diamonds. 7 and 13 chance.
That's crazy.
With those names and Jordan Love still out there? Yeah. And I mean, again, names that don't come in the room all too often. Tony Romo, Wes Welker. I know, they're not Hall of Famers, but we're really good players.
Wes Welker is one we almost never see.
I know.
Here's the standard Mahomes Authentic on Fanatics. So 2,200. So I had seen it 23 earlier. Looks like it's 22 now. I think the slate might be worth a little bit more because it's newer, it's fresher. So this is what you would find on an official retail website for a Mahomes Authentic. That is crazy good. And even if you find it a little bit cheaper on eBay, Steven, that's still easily well over $1,000, well over $1,500. You can get it for as low as $83 in that vault. Patrick Mahomes. So 7 to go on both of those. We do have some action on the black and blue, Steven. I know we're now 2 to go in that practice squad. The black and blue, one series with slight imperfections, but man, the names are massive.
Yep.
Speaking of autograph value, what if Caleb Williams is the answer? His value is going to skyrocket. Brett Favre, you can double up in the NFC North. Tyreek Hill, Jerry Rice, Aaron Donald, LaDainian Tomlinson, Calvin Johnson, Marshall Faulk, and Primetime. All those names left with, I know the minis are covering it, but I think was it 18 black and blue? What does it say there?
20. Oh,
18
it's
because we did one.
because we did 2.
Yeah, so we did one double. Yeah, correct. What I love about the Bears, too, Steven, they're not hesitating. They're saying Caleb Williams is the QB1. I kind of like it. I know a lot of folks want the rookies to learn, but I'm a learn by doing guy. I know Jordan Love sat and did well. I know Rodgers sat and did well. But there's also, you know, guys like Russell Wilson right off the bat, Andrew Luck right off the bat, Cam Newton right off the bat. I mean, even Mahomes sat 1 year, but he was good right when he started, right? I love getting this guy that confidence.
I mean, it's different strokes for different folks.
Let him get all those reps for sure.
And again, all those names you mentioned, who was ahead of them? Jordan Love.
Vets.
Not just
very great players.
Besides maybe Alex Smith, who was a very solid player.
Sure.
I don't want to take anything away from him, but Aaron Rodgers, 4-time MVP.
Yeah.
That's a great person to sit from behind and learn from. Bears are not that kind of situation.
And honestly,
he is going to be the guy for the next guy. You know what I'm saying?
I will say, William, I care almost nothing at all about training camp, especially a rookie, You know who actually struggled in training camp and preseason last year, Steven? CJ Stroud. He had a really, like,
Didn't
a lot
he fail
of
the
struggles.
Wonderlic
He
test?
failed the Wonderlic test. There was a lot of question marks about him. He'll be already fun. He'll be fine. Justin, depends on what you're asking, man.
Yeah, which
we
break
have-
specifically?
Which break? We have a bunch of breaks. You got to let us know which one you're talking about.
And if you have an order number for it, I can find it a lot faster.
Correct, Justin Beck. So you got to tell us which one. We have all sorts of different breaks, all sorts of different stuff.
7 different things on the site.
And some of
currently.
them have doubles. So we have about 10 things on the site. So I don't know which one you're talking about, Justin. Got to give us more specifics on your order number or the break you're talking about.
Well, it's going to be the practice squad through the upright. It is closed.
All right, practice squad is closed. We are talking about practice. I've also, Steven, in my experience, I've covered like college football, Mizzou, fall and summer camps. And one thing I will say about training camp in general, any college football or pro football coach will tell you the defense is always ahead of the offense. That's how it works. The defense, offense has a lot to learn, a lot of plays to learn, a lot of places to be. Defense is more about instinct. There's schemes, obviously, but
Also, got to get the
defense-
chemistry down for offense.
defense always does better at training camp. That's the first thing I'll tell you. When I covered Mizzou football, the coaches would be like, defense is ahead of the offense right now. We're not worried about it. It's just training camp. That's how it works.
Also, I want him messing around, trying different things, trying to
Sure.
expand his repertoire. I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
Absolutely.
I'm not worried about it. Now, week 12 and things don't look as great. Maybe a slight concern, but even then, I'm not too concerned with anything that doesn't happen before September, whatever the start date is. This
Right?
Because CJ Stroud, like you said,
I'm looking at the numbers right now last year. CJ Stroud in the preseason, Steven, 11 of 20 passing the ball in the preseason. He can barely complete more than 50% of his passes. He was just fine.
Yeah.
For the Texans.
he
Had
was
a
more
pick.
than just fine. He was a franchise-altering player.
Yeah.
There's
so-
just fine, and then there's that.
Let the guys get their reps.
Let him
Now,
make his mistakes.
If a guy is struggling about, 8-9 weeks into the season, then get back to me. I'm not the least bit concerned about camp struggles. Because who was doing great in camp last year? Justin Fields. And he did just okay for the Bears last year. Just okay. 17 from Will Junkie. 17 works, man, in the practice squad. Pat Rich, Cody Lacey, Zach Hayes, James Strode, and Will Junkie in here for upright practice squad. Craig says, I'll sell my Barry Slate Mini to anyone who wants to give me $350, says Craig Crenshaw. Okay. Johnny Pop, if you're out there, let us know.
There's an offer.
Which, again, by the way, I talk about this all the time. Where is there the most value? Barry Sanders Slate Mini. Again, the price they're quoting, I'm sure, is roughly what it's going for on eBay, etc., Steven. But the authentic helmets, you look at any of our authentic headliners, they're worth about double that, in some cases even more. You look at our filler hits in the authentics, worth more than Barry Sanders most of the time. That's the diamonds, the authentics are worth the most. No doubt about it. 6 times on the way here in the practice squad. We got Hayes Zach, or Zach Hayes up top in the NFC North. We got ourselves Will Junkie in the NFC South, Cody Lacey in the NFC East, Pat Rich in the NFC West. Not a bad spot for a Niner fan. James Strode, not a bad spot for a Steeler fan in the AFC North. Zach's got the AFC South and East. And Will, you're in the AFC West in the upright practice squad. Anyone want to trade for the Barry Sanders? And one today, says Sean, looking for Packers. Sean, look no further. Jordan Love in the vault and the diamond helmets. That's where I would head if I were you, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, just
2 Jordan Loves out there, right?
another one of those Packer quarterbacks, Steven. Just delivering.
Another one.
Brings us pain here in Chicago. 17 on the way. 17 of 30 through the uprights. Oh, I like this one, Steven. I almost never see this guy except for the college series. How about Vinny Testaverde
nice.
on the New York Jets jersey, baby? Beautiful custom jersey. This guy played literally forever. That is Hayes Zach or Zach Hayes right there.
You want to write it as Zach Hayes?
I'll write it as Zach Hayes. You put it in as Zach Hayes. Vinny Testaverde
I'll fix it here.
on the jersey. I was actually just talking about Vinny Testaverde last night, Steven. It was actually not even... I didn't even know he was in our break room. But I was watching an old clip of the long throw competition that they used to do in the NFL at the Pro Bowl weekend. And he had the record. 80 yards. Something like 80 yards through the air. Vinny Testaverde, Miami Hurricane star, former Heisman Trophy winner. Vinny played for a long time, and he was good. He was good. Played for some bad teams, took some L's, but when this guy got a chance... he was a very, very solid quarterback. Testaverde played in his late 30s. In fact, he is 16th all-time in passing yards, Steven. Only 15 guys ever have more yards than him. Carson Palmer, Fran Tarkenton, Warren Moon, John Elway, Matthew Stafford, Eli Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Dan Marino, Matt Ryan, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, Brett Favre, who's out there in that black and blue, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, who's out there in our practice squad, and Tom Brady. Those are the only guys with more pass yards than Vinny Testaverde. It's kind of cool. I like this as a filler hit, Steven. I mean, this is a filler hit in the practice squad. It's not a headliner. This is really good for a filler, Vinny Testaverde. Made a couple Pro Bowls, Steven. He was a national champ and a Heisman Trophy winner in college, a college football Hall of Famer, Vinny Testaverde. So thanks, guys. Zach Hayes is correct. Perfect, Zach. I pulled that Josh Jacobs Packer earlier, but not sure he's big enough star for Barry, says Kevin Sukup. Spent too much already chasing him. That was the flash in the B&B. Yes, sir. And Sean has spent enough chasing Mr. Jordan Love. That's fair, Sean. I always say play when you can, right, Steven?
And Jordan Love, when he gets pulled, I mean, he'll be back again.
Yes.
We get all these guys multiple times, at least once or twice a month. So.
Not everyone wants to trade, though. Remember when Nate Alberts wanted to trade for the custom Jordan Love and he got denied?
Yeah.
That's the only problem. And we have a very, very good trade group, but sometimes not everyone wants the deal. Especially that one in the diamonds. I know you're right, Steven. We'll have him again for Sean the Chase, but this specific one, the specific diamond one, I don't know if and when we'll have, because this is the best Jordan Love lid that we have in the break room right now. That thing is fantastic. And I love his autograph with the heart. I know I'm a Bear fan. I shouldn't like that helmet as much as I do, Steven, but I really do. That's a sweet-looking lid right there. Jordan Love in those diamond helmets, gentlemen and ladies. Fantastic. So I trade you my Josh Jacobs Flash Packer Authentic, says Craig, for the black and blue Berry. Okay. Offering up that trade offer. I will say this about the black and blue especially, Steven, because it is the black and blue, and it was technically from the last show. We'll let you guys work on those trades amongst yourself. Because I know our policy technically is we don't bring stuff back from the last show. I know we make some exceptions, but when it comes to black and blue trades, if it's not one and the same show, I'll let you guys handle it. Because sometimes those black and blue helmets, people don't see the full damage of it, right? I want to make sure that nobody's upset, so you guys can definitely figure out that on your own there. Yeah, Justin, absolutely. Here's the live break page link, man. You can see all the spots here that are left across the break page. He wants to jump in one that's going to fill. So, by the way, it's only 7:41, Steven. We're here
Yeah.
till typically at least 9:30, sometimes 10, 11, 12. We have a lot of stuff that's going to fill. I'm trying to think of what is probably the best bet. I mean, this is 6 to go, the black and blue. I would say it's the training camp vault, Justin.
Yeah, the single, that's 4
The
to
vault
go.
single is 4 to go. I'll drop this link in for you, man. We always say 3 or less is the magic number. If a break is more than halfway there, it typically fills. Not only is this one our closest break, it might be the best headliners left. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana, Drew Brees, arguably 3 top 5 quarterbacks of all time. We got Jordan Love again, Devontae Adams, Tony Romo. We got Tyreek Hill Slade authentic, the Cheetah, Aiden Hutchinson, and a Raider triple signed.
And I would jump in now because it is 3 to go.
Oh, 3 to
yeah,
go.
I wouldn't even hesitate. You drop the link, get in there.
I think, Justin, it might sell out before you get in, man.
I would
'Cause
hurry. I would hurry.
As soon as it gets to 3 or less, Justin,
It's gonna go.
it goes pretty fast. Because people are like, oh, that's close. It's going to break today. Let me get in there. So I'll get your spots right now, Justin, in that training camp vault.
And what? We did the one double, right? So it's 14 and 25.
Yeah, so there's 25 boxes left, Steven. We got 14 total headliners. Jordan Love, Drew Brees, Devontae Adams, Tony Romo, Tyreek Hill, Joe Montana, Aiden Hutchinson, triple sign Raider authentic, and the Mahomes slate. That's the photoed headliners. 9 photoed headliners left. We still have ourselves in the series Jalen Waddle, Eric Dickerson, DeAndre Swift, Antonio Gates, one we haven't had much recently,
Sorry to cut you off, but 2 to go.
and Deebo Samuel. 2 to go now. So Justin is going to miss out unless he gets in quickly,
Yeah,
right?
I would go now.
Yeah.
Get it in the cart.
I think Justin might have to wait till the next one, Steven. But that's okay. There will be a new one posted afterwards if he doesn't get in enough time.
Well, he's concerned about it wanting to fill.
Yeah.
So this is why
It's going to fill.
it's better to get in early too.
Yeah, absolutely. So 14 headliners left in the final 24 boxes.
1 to go.
1 to go in the vault. We also have 3 vault keys left. So that means 17 out of the 24 boxes, Steven, are either headliners or vault keys. 17 out of 24. Those odds are insane. So 1 spot left. That vault single is coming up,
That's closed.
and it's closed out.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, Justin, it's just a little bit slower tonight than normal. But last night, Steven, we broke for the cycle. If I were you, I would jump into any break. There's a pretty good chance that in the next hour and a half, Steven, we will probably do at least one of every break we offer. Not guaranteeing it, but there's a pretty decent chance of that happening.
Well, yeah, I'll get a new vault up here in a moment.
Perfect. And that's the one that I think will be the hot break
That's the
tonight.
hot one. Yeah, I agree.
That's the one. The vault single, the vault double, with the headliner ratios, with the names left. That's the one to play.
If you want real ratios, though, Kamen, the diamonds.
Right?
I'm telling you.
Everything is headliner worthy in the diamond.
And that diamond double, you could get Jamar Chase and Derrick Henry in the same rip. Jordan Love, Jamison Williams. Fantastic options out there. My goodness.
No doubt about it. Get it, guys. Let's get it. We do have the vault coming up. James Strode, Zach Hayes, Jeanette Lee, Christopher Ripka, Brandon Tranby, Zach Hayes, and Chris Clayton in here. Vault single number 1 coming up. The training camp vault. Let's make it happen. Mahomes already with the voluntary workout, Steven. I know Lamar Jackson's missing some of these. Mahomes is there. So, a vault single number 1. Drop me a box number. Jason Sachs, how do you feel about Tony Romo, man? We got a Tony Romo authentic in the diamonds and a Tony Romo authentic in the vault. That is probably the best Cowboy authentic currently in the break room. We do have a Jason Witten mini helmet as well. We have a Trayvon Diggs jersey. Obviously, Steven, there's a lot of great Cowboy fillers in our room.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're looking for authentics in the vault, I would definitely get in there. 7. Yeah, Steven did a great job, Craig. Steven Ryan, the salesman.
Both
Brandon
our
Transby.
jobs to sell.
It is
so-
both our job. We are co-hosts here. I know the host will talk a little bit more, but we are definitely all teammates here. And Steven does a great job, whether producing or hosting. No doubt about that.
I prefer to host in relief.
In relief, right? I'm
If
trying to
needed-
think.
If needed, I will do it. But otherwise, I like producing.
Yeah, honestly, Craig, I feel like our whole staff does a great job. Steven, obviously, fantastic as always. We have the best staff we've ever had at UA. I know when Steven and I started, not to say anything, about past people, but I think it's more about the current guys we have. Our staff here at Ultimate Autographs is top-notch and the best in UA history. So let's get these guys set up here. 6 clicks. Good luck, guys, in the vault. Good luck, hopefully, for our guy, Justin Beck. I would say if I'm Justin Steven, I get in that next one right away, right?
Right.
Before it's too late. So I know Steven is not typically working the shifts as the new guys. I know Craig will probably get those new guys started more producing, but they'll be in the host chair as well. One thing that's great about our staff, Steven, I think pretty much everybody can do either role.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Alex just prefers producing and he's so good at it. I know Joe just hosts for us.
I used to host every Wednesday.
You used to host every Wednesday.
But I like when Colin hosts, so
Yeah.
I just switched to producing.
There you go. We got Zach Hayes in the NFC North, Jeanette Lee NFC South, Brandon Tranby NFC East, Chris Clayton NFC West, Zach Hayes AFC North and South, James Strode AFC East, and Christopher Ripka AFC West. If you listen to Andy, man, this guy, he can host today.
Right.
That guy brings it every time. Box 7 coming up. Box 7 out of 30.
I grabbed the right one, right? 7.
7.
Cool,
Training
perfect.
Camp Vault. You are good, Steven. This one definitely feels heavy. Definitely feels heavy. It's an authentic. We are starting with an authentic, that's for sure. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right there. We got ourselves James Strode with the Tyreek Hill Slate authentic. You know what James Strode said earlier tonight, Steven? He wants slates.
There you go.
want slates? You got him, James Strode the
There
second.
you go, my man.
This is the second best slate in this series. Tyreek Hill led the league in receiving yards, tied for the league lead in receiving touchdowns. That might be the fastest receiver I've ever seen. Tyreek Hill, the cheetah, absolutely beautiful, authentic. It's pretty, says Craig. James Strode, one spot in that break. Let's give this man some headliner fire right there. Fantastic. Here's one for Robbie. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. A round of applause as well. James Strode. I know he's the second, but he is first here in the break room as far as the best hit of the night so far. Tyreek Hill on the slate authentic.
That thing is beautiful. White ink. Oof.
Right? Craig says you held it down when Robbie and Dom were out. There we go. Nice hit, says Casper. Nice hit from William. That is the hit of the show so far, Steven. No doubt about that.
Yep, no doubt about it.
The authentics we know are worth a lot more than the minis and the jerseys. It's an authentic of probably the best known receiver right now. I mean, Tyreek Hill, all those years with the Chiefs making those deep playoff runs. Obviously, I've talked about it a lot on the show. The young kids, the new generation, this is who they look up to.
Right.
Fantastic stuff right there, James Strode. Nice hit, says Jason Sachs. This is what's out there in this Vault series, guys. This is what we have in this series. So many massive, massive names. And I just want to clarify this one more time, Steven. It's a mixer. There is reps and authentics, but all the photo names in here are all authentic.
Yep.
Jordan Love, authentic. Drew Brees, authentic. Devontae Adams, authentic helmet. Tony Romo, Joe Montana, Aiden Hutchinson. We have the Tim Brown, Bo Jackson, and Marcus Allen triple sign authentic, and the Patrick Mahomes authentic. The Tyreek Hill is only the second headliner off the board in this series. There is so many more to get. Just a matter of who's going to get them, right?
A great question there.
This will probably be the hot break tonight. I don't know how many we'll do, but I can guarantee you this: it's 7:51. That'll not be the last vault we run tonight. We have 8 to go in that single, 7 to go in that double. But this is going to be a hot break tonight. Our vault series. It's been the hottest series in the room the last few weeks.
Yeah. And for good reason.
And they keep getting better, Steven.
That's so true.
They keep on getting better.
It is so true how good these series are, man.
So, guys, let me know what you want to rock and roll with. Let's see some vault magic. Sox took the lead, huh?
Yeah, they're up 3-0.
3-0. The Southsiders. I've actually never been to a Cubs Sox game, Steven.
I've been to one.
Okay. I hear it gets pretty rowdy.
Yeah, that is
Accurate.
Accurate.
Right?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Missed what other headliner has gone in the vault. So, Josh, the only headliner's gone is the Tyreek Hill and that Moss and Justin Jefferson Chrome Speed Flex. So I know that's probably the biggest one or the second biggest one behind Mahomes, but it is kind of crazy if you think about this, Steven, that we have enough guys in that series that could easily be the main headliner. You know, if that Moss Jefferson didn't go and we took that out of the graphic, they'd be playing like crazy. I mean,
Right.
Mahomes, Montana, Breeze, 3 of the best quarterbacks ever. Tony Romo, a Cowboy quarterback. That's Jordan Love, a Packer quarterback. Speaking of iconic franchises, right? If you're the quarterback of the Cowboys or the Packers, that draws a little more weight, a little bit more value. Fantastic stuff in here. I kind of really want to see the Gates. We have an
yeah.
Antonio Gates in here.
That's good.
Secondary headliner,
Future Hall of Famer.
the great tight end.
He hasn't gotten in yet, right?
Not yet, but he will.
But he absolutely, oh yeah.
He will.
He better.
Just join. How does this work, says Chris. So, Chris, we're a live break room, man. We do live breaks, live fills. I recommend watching this video. I'm dropping in the live break page link, man. We do have a video, the live breaks explainer. But you'll kind of see it. It says it right here. It's a spot in a live break, not a guaranteed item. You have a 1 in 8 chance to win with each spot you buy in our NFL breaks. All the divisions are randomized, so you do not know what division you're getting. But for example, if you get the AFC West in the vault, you would get the Patrick Mahomes Authentic. We did actually see the Keon Coleman, Craig. It's actually the only secondary headliner that came off the board. We did pull Keon Coleman. It was a Buffalo Bill standard replica helmet. There's a Debo, a Gates, a Swift, a Dickerson, and a Waddle.
5-0.
Do we take Cash App, Steven?
It would say on our website. I'm not 100% sure.
I just know some of these have been updated. It looks like we have American Express, Apple Pay, Discover, MasterCard. We have PayPal, Venmo, and Visa. So, but this stuff always gets updated. I know PayPal was used a lot. I'm not sure about Cash App.
Yeah, I don't think.
Casey Metro said nope on Cash App.
I was gonna say we don't have a direct. It's not as direct like that, Chris. We're run through a third host site.
Shopify.
Exactly.
Yeah. So basically, Chris, I dropped in the live break page link, man. I would shop around. It'll tell you how much a spot is for a given series.
Now, if you have a Cash App, I think Cash App has a credit card.
Yeah.
Or a debit card.
That probably works.
Yeah, it probably works, exactly.
Yeah, right? So I would pay attention to 2 things, Chris. If it doesn't say double box break, it's going to be a single box, right? If it says double box break, like, for example, this vault, that means there's 2 boxes coming out, and you keep your same spot for both boxes. So I know it says 166, but keep this in mind. The Mahomes Authentic is worth around $2,000 north of it, Steven, for going off the retail value price. So for $166, you can get the AFC West, you get Mahomes and Devontae Adams both potentially. So it all depends on the series. The vault is all authentic headliners, but there is some full-size reps as the secondary hits. We do have the diamonds, all authentic helmets on there. And then we got ourselves, obviously, we have the jerseys is all jerseys, custom jerseys. Mini helmets is all minis. Now, not always, Steven, but typically the more expensive the break costs, the better stuff is in there, right? The authentic helmets are worth the most. That's why it's the most expensive break, but you're getting the best stuff, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you kind of pay for what you get, right? You hop into a jersey break, you get a filler hit. You're not always going to get an amazing name. But you hop in the diamonds, you hop in the vault, you're always getting amazing names no matter what. One of the best questions for you, Chris, would be, what's your favorite team, man? That's a great way to start the breaks. If you're a fan of a certain team, we can tell you if we have headliners of your team. So Daniel says, I try to use my debit Cash App and will not take it. Okay, so looks like Cash App does not work right now. But enough things work, right? Enough things work if you guys want to get them. 37 folks watching, Steven. Got a lot of eyeballs. Just need those orders, folks. 6 to go in that double box in the vault. And then 6 to go in that single box in the black and blue. And let's not forget the diamond helmets. 13 boxes left, Steven. We have 6 authentic headliners. Wes Welker, former great slot receiver with Brady and Manning. Tyreek Hill. If you missed out on the cheetah on the slate, come and get the Eclipse. This is one of the most expensive autographs when it comes to receivers, and rightfully so. Probably the best receiver in the league at the moment, Tyreek Hill. We got still available in here, Tony Romo. Tony Romo, man, this guy knows ball. I know some guys get annoyed at him predicting what's going to happen. Personally, Steven, I love it. I only wish that he could do it a little bit quicker because there's not enough time to get the live bets in, Steven.
That's true.
Because I think they're technically like 10, 15 seconds behind what the sports books are. Jamar Chase, as a Chief fan, this guy owns the Chiefs. I mean, whenever it's a big game, he always delivers, Jamar Chase. Derrick Henry, he can run, he can pass. Such an incredible running back, Derrick Henry. Cannot wait to see him on the Ravens, what he does there. And then Jordan Love, this lid in here, man, this helmet is incredible. I mean, look at that with the green visor. Beautiful, beautiful lid, Jordan Love. So the 2 best breaks, as far as the best hits available, it's the diamond helmets and the vault. I mean, Love, Breeze, Montana, Mahomes, Raider triple sign, Aiden Hutchinson, Romo, and Devontae Adams. AFC West double up. Mahomes with either Raider helmet, right? That's a awesome place to be. Love with Hutchinson could be a double up. A lot of options in here. Actually, AFC West double up with Antonio Gates. NFC West double up with Eric Dickerson. NFC North, DeAndre Swift as well. A lot of options in that vault. That's probably where I would head. I'll drop in the vault double. I'll drop in the diamond double link. These are 2 places you guys ought to be at, right?
Absolutely.
I know our guy Justin Beck missed out last time on the vault. I would say get in there now, Justin, right?
Yep, 7 to go on the next single.
All right, so spots getting bought in the vault single and the vault double. Let's get it. Again, we just pulled the cheetah, Steven, but it's still a 13 in 23 chance at a headliner in here.
24,
right?
13 and 24.
We did a double.
Yeah, but that was the old one.
Oh, that's right. 13 and 24.
Yeah, I mean, still.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 and 24.
It's still, the fact remains.
And 3 vault keys left.
Exactly.
So better than 50% chance at a headliner in here. That means more than half the boxes coming out will feature a headliner in the vault. So it's such a, like, I don't know. Quarterbacks are the most fun. Does anyone out there have like an all-time great quarterback collection? And I think Craig has one. Because, I mean, Drew Brees, to me...
That would make sense.
Drew Brees is top 5 quarterback of all time, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, he's second all-time in yards and passing touchdowns. And unlike, you know, a lot of these all-time greats, Drew Brees' best receiver, Michael Thomas. Like, And he was hurt for so long, right? I mean, Jimmy Graham without Drew Brees, not very good, Steven.
Yeah.
This guy, I mean, talk about he's only won one Super Bowl, but he's done everything for the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
We looked this up the other day. Since he took over as quarterback in his brief tenure, they have more double-digit wins with him as the starting quarterback than their entire history.
Wow, that's crazy.
So he's definitely top 5 for me. Craig says, I don't have Mahomes or Brady, but probably have the rest of the top 10. Okay. Well, speaking of top 10, I mean, Joe Montana considered by many as, what, number 3, number 4? I mean, it goes Brady, and then it's either Manning, Breeze, or Montana probably. Although Mahomes, I would say, is entering that discussion already. That's available as well. I'm surprised Craig doesn't have a Mahomes helmet.
He has not won one from here.
Is he going to get one?
I don't have him in this break.
Uh-oh. What are we closing in on, Steven? Is that the single?
No, it's the double.
The double box is closing in here.
It's 2 to go.
2 to go in that double box in the training camp. Is our guy Justin going to get in?
Unless he's under a different name that I don't know about.
I think he's going to miss out again. He's going to miss out again. So if you don't have Mahomes, Craig, now's the time to strike, right? Craig Crenshaw. It's the slate Mahomes too, right? It's nice.
Yeah.
It's different. It's an expensive helmet. And that value is only going up, Patrick Mahomes. The more he wins, the more the value goes up. And the Chiefs, Steven, they've locked down Travis Kelce and Andy Reid for at least 4 more years each.
Right.
Rashee Rice, off the field issues. On the field, the guy is spectacular. They added Hollywood Brown in the offseason. They got Xavier Worthy in the draft, who they're calling the next Tyreek Hill. Their team this year is so much better on paper than the team last year.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, single game scenario, you never know. But if they won the Super Bowl last year with that team, they should win it again this year.
That's what we were all figuring, that this was the chance to get him.
Yeah.
And no one got him, so guess that's what's just going to happen.
They got Vegas with those money lines,
They
right?
did, yeah.
The reason why I'm in the green this year is probably because of that run I had early this year, right?
I mean, they're all plus money.
Plus money, the Chiefs' money line against the Bills, against the Ravens, and against the Niners. Plus money, KC money line paid off well. So Kevin Sukup jumping in as well. What's up, Kev? I think we're like 1 to go, Steven.
Right.
1 to go. Or is it still 2 to go?
It might be none to go. Now.
Might be none to go. None to go. None to go.
Yeah.
James Strode.
Did he get a double?
No, I think Chris Ripka got a double as well as Kevin. I'm seeing sold out on the site.
You are? Okay, for sure.
So sold out.
Let me get that all clarified.
So it's the first double in just the new series. We did a double that was 1-1 earlier. So go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers, guys, for that vault double box.
No, it was James Strode who closed it out. He had a Sig Club coupon.
James
again.
Strode.
My man James has been here a long time. He knows how to use the coupon.
Yeah, got a lot of money off there. $100 off on the order.
Right.
$66 plus a little bit of tax for a $2,000+ Mahomes lid, right?
Yep.
He didn't want slate, Steven. He's very specific in what he wants. He wants slate, authentic helmets. He's already got the Tyreek Hill. Is he getting the Patrick Mahomes next?
The real questions.
Possibly. So let's hear those numbers, guys. Let's rock and roll here in the break room. Steven's got it ready. Christopher Taylor, Adam Dittmer, Will Junkie. We got Zach Hayes in here. Christopher Ripka again, Kevin Sukup, and James Strode in here. Give me 2 numbers, guys, and we will be ready to party here in our vault. Mr. Sukup wants 10 and 24. Thank you, Kev. 10 and 24 works. 10 and 24 going off the ticker. All right, 18 to 23, and then 25 to 29.
10 and 24.
All right, good luck, guys. Training camp double on the way. Double the boxes, double the fun. in that training camp. I want more headliners here. Good luck, everyone in the break, says Kevin. Absolutely, guys. Good luck. 6 clicks. Will Junkies got the NFC North. Right below in the NFC South is Kevin Sukup. Could be that Drew Brees, Kev. James Trode, NFC East. Zach Hayes in the NFC West, the Montana spot. Adams got the AFC North. Christopher Ripka, AFC South. Christopher Taylor, AFC East. And Will Junkie, you've got yourself the AFC West. I'll put the Dickerson away.
Okay.
That'll clear up a little space here. It was B&B after all. So Will's got that Mahomes spot. Will Junkie looking to party there with one Patrick Mahomes here in the training camp vault double box.
These ratios are just too good.
They're too good. These helmets are too good, Steven.
That's also true.
They are phenomenal. Gone are the days of the mini helmets in the vault, I'll tell you that much. We got no Troy Aikman cowboy hats either.
No.
Sorry, guys. I know the Troy Aikman cowboy hat was a fan favorite. Fan favorite. All right, box 10 coming up. 10 out of 30. Training camp vault. Let's see what we got coming up here. All right, it's definitely an authentic. Definitely a full-size authentic. Oh, my God. This is beautiful. Will, it's not the Mahomes, but it's not one, not two. We're not talking LeBron championships. We're talking Raider autographs. 3 authentic Raider autographs. We got ourselves the Hall of Fame wide receiver, Tim Brown, the Hall of Fame running back, Marcus Allen, and one of the most iconic athletes ever, Bo Jackson. Triple sign Raider authentic for Will Junkie. All right, Will. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all, my friend. Raider triple signed. Nice hit, says Adam. Yes, sir, Adam. Very, very nice hit indeed for Will Junkie. We'll get that one written up, and we will keep the party rolling here tonight. Raider triple signed. All right. I'll leave this one up for now. I don't know if it's going to survive by the time the night is over, but we'll give this one some love for now. One more coming up. One more coming up here in our double box break. 24 on the way, 24 out of 30. Let's see here. It's another authentic.
Got all the authentics.
Is this what I think this is? Oh my God. Oh my God. This is fantastic for one guy at least. Will Junkie.
Oh my God.
Jordan Love.
There you go, Will.
The Packer Flash authentic. Jordan Love.
Wow, Will, have a double.
Second in the NFL in passing touchdowns last year. Speaking of 2, Will got 2 spots in this break, and he got 2 authentic headliners. The Raider triple signed, and now the Jordan Love Flash authentic. That's how we do. Will Junkie, I believe he's a Viking fan, but still 2 wins. 2 for 2, Steven, right?
Yeah. He's
He paid a little bit more than $300. He got easily worth more than $1,000 value, and then some with these 2. Very, very nice on the Jordan Love.
You come here, you have your fans of your team, right?
Sure.
Totally understand. But when you put your name into the randomizer, you just want to win.
And if you win twice,
even better.
Especially authentic helmets, Steven.
Absolutely.
2 authentic helmets.
What, you got 3 Well, I know Bo Jackson is in the Hall of Fame, but
He's a
in
college football Hall of Famer.
College football Hall of Famer, but in everyone's mind,
Hall of Fame name.
Hall of Fame name, exactly.
Yeah, right. What a double, Will says Zach. Dang, Will says Craig. Dang indeed. Like Luol Deng,
Yeah,
right?
Oh, I love Luol Deng.
Bang. Will Junkie. So
Nice hit, man. Nice hit.
Matthew, we actually did your personal already, man. We did a triple jersey, and then we did your personal. We got I think it was an Andre Reed, right? That he got.
Yep, he won Andre Reed.
You got an Andre Reed jersey, Matthew. So Sean Let's Talk says Will Junkie. So these guys will be talking trades on the Barry Sanders and Jordan Love.
That's a nice double up.
All right. I will say, Sean, the Barry Sanders was one earlier today, and it's a black and blue, so it's got a slight imperfection. Those do show up a little bit differently on and off camera. So if you guys want to talk about that trade, and in this case, we'll let you guys get those helmets yourselves, and you can go about it there. But they'll add each other on Facebook, and they'll be talking Jordan Love for Barry Sanders.
All right, I love John Elway and I love Barry Sanders, but maybe hold on, maybe I can.
I can put him on there for now. If anything, honestly, I'd maybe remove the Jefferson because we did him last night in the hit video.
Oh, okay.
But it was an authentic. This is a jersey, but yeah, we have a little room for now. I know Barry was in the hit video earlier, so he'd be the next one on the chopping block, I would say. I like that Elway Stanford, though.
That
doesn't take up a lot of space to just
that's
throw
nice.
it in the hit video for
that's
fun,
a really
right?
Nice hit right there.
That John Elway, fantastic. I think you guys are figuring out what the training camp is all about. I would say let's run it back. I'll drop that link in for the double box. Here you guys go. Let's run this back. Now, he did the sort of untraditional double up in that he had two spots, Steven.
Yeah.
And they both won. But you can actually double up with one spot. And I would say right now the best double up is the Patrick Mahomes and Devontae Adams double up, right?
That's a good double up.
And also Gates is in there too.
That's a nice
a lot of options.
And potentially Eric Dickerson.
Yeah, potentially Eric Dickerson.
But what I like here is Kevin Sukup. He's getting into the diamond double.
Okay, Kev.
Because those ratios are good as well. And those are all full-size authentics.
Yeah, these are guaranteed authentics. Tyreek Hill, Tony Romo. We still got ourselves Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry, Jordan Love. And we're talking about this earlier. How's this for a fantasy team, Steven? You got Jordan Love at quarterback. Now, keep this in mind. Second in the league in passing touchdowns last year.
That's crazy.
He was really good for fantasy. You get Derrick Henry at running back. Second in the league in rushing yards. Tyreek Hill was tied for first in receiving touchdowns, and he was first in receiving yards. That's your fantasy team right there.
Mm-hmm.
You get yourself Love, Hill, and Henry. That's pretty stacked. Or how about Jamar Chase? That's your other receiver.
Yeah.
That's a team right there. That's a team.
Good double up possibilities in those diamonds as well.
Absolutely.
And those other 6 names that we don't know,
they're going to be great.
I'm sure they're very solid.
Yeah, they're going to be
very,
great.
very good.
I'm going to swap my chair because I like that.
All right, go
chair,
ahead.
Steven.
Yep.
You know how I get about my chairs.
That's true.
It's my thing. I'll let you man the fort for 20, 30 seconds here.
Don't worry, they're looking at one of the best series we offer here at Ultimate Autograph, so it does speak for itself. You know, I remember it was probably not this time last year, but maybe spring this time. We were going through diamonds daily, and we were on at less times. Now, there's a lot of other great things going on in the room, but for $90,
I feel like this.
you win an authentic.
Yeah, this series gets forgotten a little bit,
It does.
Steven.
It does.
Because it used to be where the Diamonds was like kind of our standalone, like iconic series.
It was that and the loaded dice.
The loaded dice, which was basically high roller, but with reps.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But a little bit less custom lids,
Yeah.
obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But this was the one. The good old days, grumpy times were different. To be honest, David, they're better now. I mean, sales are better than ever. We do more boxes than ever. We did a lot last year, but we're doing even more now, Steven.
That's true.
But I'm just saying, like you said, in those days, this was the series, the Diamonds. This is what everybody wanted to play, and I couldn't blame a single person for playing
Like,
this
imagine
series,
that
Steven.
Jordan Love helmet, but with custom rips through it, all that.
Jordan
right
Love
there.
on steroids.
Right there in those diamonds.
The helmet, not the player.
Maybe. Deep down, hope so.
I don't know.
No, he's.
I think he's probably clean.
He's probably clean.
He's not a baseball player, right? In the late 90s.
Bring back steroids in baseball.
Bring back steroids
I
in
don't
baseball.
care. Just let him hit the ball far.
That would be fun.
It's not like steroids improve your hand-eye coordination.
Well, I'm cheap. I'd rather pay 85 than 90, says David. That's true, David. We do know. That's okay.
We know you're cheap.
We know. That's all right. He's got a daughter in law school. He's got priorities.
Yeah, but when she graduates law school and she passes the bar, then that $5 is nothing.
She's going to be playing for him in the break room.
Exactly, yeah.
Craig says the other series have gotten a lot closer to the Diamonds. So to be honest with you, like,
That's true too.
What's the difference between the Diamonds, the Vault, and the Black and Blue? They're minor differences. The reason why
Is the Black and Blue all authentic? Yeah,
all authentic.
All
So
authentic.
the reason why for example, the Vault right now is 83 and the Diamond is 90. As far as sheer names go, they're almost the exact same, all big names. The reason why the Diamonds are $7 more, Steven, is because it's all authentic helmets. Now, the Vault, every single photo headliner is authentic, but the filler hits can be rep helmets. The Black and Blue is the one series with slight imperfections. You might have a scratch, maybe a minor damage to your helmet. That's why that's $71, Steven.
Yeah.
But these are also all authentic, and most of these are very minor. I mean, speaking of fantasy teams, how about a top 5 talented receiver ever, Calvin Johnson? Jerry Rice, the GOAT receiver. Tyreek Hill, the fastest receiver ever. Deion Sanders, the GOAT corner. Marshall Faulk in fantasy, Steven. PPR leagues.
Yeah.
Good
Did
luck.
they have PPR leagues back then?
I don't know, but if they did, this was the guy to get, right?
Yeah, that would be true. Roger Craig.
Fantasy Brett Favre. All those touchdown passes, right? LaDainian Tomlinson, I call him the fantasy GOAT. This Black and Blue, loaded with Hall of Fame running backs, Hall of Fame quarterbacks, Hall of Fame wide receivers. Ratios here are also really, really good. Better than 50% chance at a headliner. I believe it's now 18 boxes left, 11 headliners left, Steven, in here. So, and David is a Saints fan. He wears a bag over his head all day. So that's fair, Craig. I get it. That's what he does. I know he's already got Drew Brees. I know he's, not really looking to party, but, a lot of other Saint fans, Steven, they'll tell you this, because I think it's the Saints and the Patriots and kind of the Chiefs now, right?
Yeah.
But there's no debating who the best Saint of all time is. It's Drew Brees,
It
right?
is Drew Brees.
Unless we're getting biblical, but we're talking about the football
That's
Saints.
a different conversation.
Yes, and we don't get to that conversation here.
Thank goodness.
But Drew Brees is the best Saint of all time. Joe Montana, he's the best Niner. I mean, Rice, Young are great, but Joe Montana's got 4 rings, Steven. He's the GOAT Niner.
Right.
Mahomes is already the GOAT Chief. I mean, the Kansas City has 4 Super Bowls in their history. He's the main reason for 3 of them, Steven. He's the best Chief of all time.
Yeah.
So 3 iconic quarterbacks very much out there, guys. Mahomes, Montana, and Drew Brees. I always wish, Steven, if I were, as a sports fan, I wish I could, do, a random, time machine and, put Brees on the Niners. Put Brees on the Colts, the Patriots. Put Montana on those Pats or Chiefs teams. What happens, right? But these guys, nobody can question what they've done. Such a great list of quarterbacks. I mean,
Yep.
I think when it's all said and done, Mahomes is going to be 1 or 2. Where he's going to be, we'll find out. I think he'll be 1 personally, because I think he'll have a lot better numbers, more All-Pros, more MVPs, and he gets to 5 Super Bowls, Steven. That might be enough to top Brady. I think he might get to 6 or 7. I really do, because Kansas City, they're really good at drafting. They're good at finding these diamonds in the rough. And what about all these great receivers? What do they want to do? All the great receivers late in Brady's career wanted to play with them. All these guys out there, they want to play with Patrick Mahomes. And if he does get the 7 rings, his autograph value is going to be even more than Brady.
Well, if it goes up at $600 a clip
For each Super Bowl
for each
he wins.
Super Bowl, yeah.
Right on. A situation and fit is true, David, but I have a different point on this one, Steven, because when we're talking about the all-time greats, I think they can fit anywhere, right?
I do, but also all the all-time greats have great situation and fits.
Right.
So,
I'm just talking about like the Saints organization, historically terrible. Like Drew Brees, he made the Saints good.
Yeah.
I mean, even like the Niners, as good of a franchise as they are, Joe Montana has almost all their Super Bowl wins.
Mm-hmm.
Like Patrick Mahomes has almost all the Chiefs Super Bowl wins. So I think you take those guys. Like I know the Hill and Kelsey.
Tom Brady has all the Patriots Super Bowl wins.
I know the Hill and Kelsey era was a little different, but if you took Mahomes off the Chiefs team last year, the way those guys were dropping balls, the way they looked, they probably win like 6 games in the regular season. Like some guys are even better than the situation.
I don't know if that's true, David. Maybe Nick Saban doesn't become the Alabama powerhouse that they are if they get to sign him.
If Nick Saban was together with Drew Brees, they would have been really good.
That's easily the best quarterback he's ever had.
Yeah.
He's had great quarterbacks, but
again, if we're talking about the all-time greats, they will find a way. They will find a way. Like Montana. Montana goes to the Chiefs later in his career. He's too old. He was still playing an AFC championship game, Steven.
Nick Saban is the greatest college football coach of all time. I think it's the reverse. I think if Drew Brees goes to the Saints, this Alabama thing never happens.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that.
I mean, even Alabama, before Nick Saban got there,
they
Steven,
were average.
They were not great at that time. I know they had the Bear Bryant eras, but I think he would have fit in pretty good with the Dolphins, Drew Brees.
I don't think this Alabama run where kind of the same reason you bet on Patrick Mahomes, right, during the playoffs if he's plus money.
Yeah, you bet on Bama if they're plus money.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not going to just say no to that.
I know they lost to Michigan, but usually that plus money, Bama works pretty well.
Yeah, they lost to Michigan, and I was still like, you know what, I'm still going to go Bama. They still have a chance, but...
Also, I don't think that he sucked in the NFL, David. I think he
didn't have a quarterback.
He didn't have a quarterback, and that's Nick Saban NFL record. I think he was like 500 or something.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
15-17, Steven.
Oh, yeah, that's not too bad.
It's not like he was terrible.
He just went from the Dolphins and then the Alabama, who had a, has a great history for a program.
The Dolphins haven't won a playoff game in more than 20 years.
Exactly.
So I think that's a tough place to coach. Definitely a tough place to coach for Mr. Nick Saban. They were 9-7 and 6-10.
He was cussing? Was he cussing out grown men? I don't know if that was the case. I just think they were 15 and 17. And honestly, I think when Bama comes with the offer, you have to sit down and listen. Who says that's the way he's going to coach, though?
I mean, first off, a lot of that same style, it all depends on a specific team. There's no rules and laws of everything. I mean, Bill Belichick cusses out guys. He's a grumpy guy. Bill Belichick's coaching style, Tom Brady mattered, but he won 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So you can yell at grown men. You can also be quiet like Phil Jackson and not grow at old men.
If you get the right group of people together, it works. Bottom line, whether it's cussing them out or quiet sensei style.
If you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And Nick Saban knows the game of football.
Exactly.
Because X's and O's matter a lot. And his X's and O's knowledge, very, very good. Well, Josh, that's part of why he retired.
But he's also just old.
But he was also old, and they were just in the CFP.
Yeah.
So to say that Nick Saban couldn't do good with the NIL or whatever, Steven, they were just in the college football playoff.
All I know is when you get older, you become more set in your ways.
Yes.
I'm already that way now. I can't even imagine that. What at his age. He wants to just go play golf, hang out, and guess what? He can do whatever he wants in Tuscaloosa for the rest of time.
I'm just saying, if Nick Saban was my coach and he was yelling at me,
I'm listening.
I would listen.
Exactly.
I would listen 100%. I would definitely listen.
Because didn't he win the national chip with LSU
just
before he went there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good coach. So
Had a winning record at Toledo, Michigan State, LSU, Bama. Everywhere he went, he delivered.
yeah, I think if he got his quarterback, I think they win. I don't know if they win a Super Bowl, but I think they win.
I think if Drew Brees and Nick Saban were together, he would have more than one Super Bowl, Steven.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Now, that is my personal opinion of that.
Not even trying to take anything away from Sean Payton, who's a great coach.
He's a great coach.
But yeah,
Nick Saban is better football coach,
I think,
period.
Yeah, I think.
I don't care what level you're coaching. He's a better football coach, period. And I think we just never got to see him enough in the NFL, too. If you say that he didn't succeed in the NFL...
Yeah, he only played 30-something games.
We didn't get to see him much.
32. Again.
Do you know who his quarterback was? He had Joey Harrington and then an aging Dante Culpepper, who I think got hurt that year. 11 of the 16 games that year in 2006 when they were 6-10, Steven, Joey Harrington was a starting quarterback.
That's a real good recipe.
The guy that couldn't succeed with the Lions. That was their starting quarterback. He was the guy. Joey Harrington was their starting quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, again,
that doesn't help.
But Drew Brees was going to sign there, and then the medical staff nixed it.
They missed out.
So, I mean, yeah,
they missed out.
They missed out indeed.
I mean, Wes Welker was on that team with Joey Harrington. He didn't get a single yard that year, Steven. Wes Welker played in 16 games.
Throw him the rock.
He got no yards.
Who's the running back on that team?
Ronnie Brown.
Oh,
That was their good player.
Ronnie, baby.
They had a former Bear receiver, Marty Booker.
That Auburn team was fun.
Chris Chambers.
Was that the same year of the Texas USC
Cadillac
Rose Bowl?
Williams.
Well,
and Ronnie Brown.
Auburn went undefeated, and they got left out.
It was the wrong time, right?
Yeah, but again, that was still a good team.
Gosh. Joey Harrington.
Ugh.
You won 6 games with Joey Harrington as your quarterback.
I have more respect for Nick Saban now than
me too. Me too, man.
Found a way to make that happen.
Nah, me too. That is wild.
Who was the other receivers on that team?
Chris Chambers.
Okay, yeah.
He was their number 1.
Oh.
And then
what Chris Chambers accomplishes.
Chris Chambers with
who was his
Drew
quarterback
Brees.
ever?
He never had a good quarterback.
Well, he played in San Diego, didn't he?
He played in San Diego, I think, with
Phil Rivers for a little
Rivers briefly, but that was when he started getting hurt.
That was also when he was a rookie.
Yeah,
really young. Probably when he only had 1 or 2 children.
And I'm guessing that Joey Harrington was the backup, and he was playing with the backup quarterback. That's why they lost so much, Steven. It's never easy to play with your backup quarterback. Yeah. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. There's not 64 legit quarterbacks that can compete at that high level in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt.
I'm going to look this up real quickly.
What is it?
I'm looking up the Saints year-by-year record. I know we were talking about this earlier. So...
Aaron Brooks in the gang?
Aaron Brooks. So this is the last year before Drew Brees got there, Steven. They were 3-13. Drew Brees' first season, they went to 10-6. Like, I get that they got some different guys, but not everything changed overnight. They got 7 games better with Drew Brees.
The one position changed overnight.
Yeah, I know the coach changed as well, but I mean, from 3-13 to 10-6 immediately with Drew Brees.
Those are the 3 levels, right? If you can get ownership/management right, your head coach and your quarterback right, your team is going to be set up dynamically for the foreseeable future.
Drew Brees available in that vault, of course. 2020, the Saints were 12-4, Steven.
That was his last year?
Drew Brees leaves the next year 9-8, 7-10, 9-8. We're talking 3, 4, 5 wins less. In this case, 7 wins less.
Yeah, I mean...
So I think Drew Brees would have been great no matter where he played. Marquise Colston was his leading receiver on his first team ever. Marquise Colston. Good player, but not a stud necessarily, right? Pretty good, but less than 10,000 yards in his career, right? Marquise Colston. So pretty sure Drew Brees would have been great everywhere. We talk about Alex Smith. Alex Smith, very solid quarterback. Average NFL quarterback, right? I would say Smith
slightly
is
above average.
Slightly above average.
I wouldn't say just average.
Okay.
I think he's better than a lot of the people, but
As far as starting quarterback, he's somewhere in the middle.
yeah. But look at the, if you can, look at the quarterbacks that his last year before they got Mahomes.
Well, I'm just looking at why he got kicked out of Kansas City.
Well, I know why.
Because he couldn't win playoff
Yeah.
games.
Right? They went to the playoff. Didn't they have like the biggest collapse of all time?
Against the
It was
Colts.
the Colts, yeah.
Yeah. So
Not his fault, but
Alex Smith, good quarterback. Patrick Mahomes comes in. I mean, they were not winning playoff games with Alex Smith. So situation matters. No duh, right?
yeah.
The Chiefs had not won a playoff game before Mahomes got there since, let's see, they lost.
Green.
Well, division
Green lead 'em?
round, wild card round. Did they win one of these? I know they had a really bad record in the playoffs before. I'm trying to remember if they won one of these games. I know they had that loss against the Titans. That was
They
the
ever won
last
one
straw.
with Priest Holmes and Larry Johnson?
So this was their first playoff game, 10-7, with the Alex Smith team. Steven,
What was their record that last year before Mahomes?
they were 10-6, and
Yeah.
the next year they go 12-4
With Mahomes?
with Mahomes.
But those three, was he there for 3 or 4 years? 3 or 4 years?
12-5, so they lost right away. Divisional round.
That 12 and 14 was like their best team, but then
Okay, I think they won a playoff game this year. So I think they had one playoff win prior to Mahomes since like
bottom line,
the 90s.
you saw the writing on the wall. You're just like, yeah, you could win a playoff game, sure, but could you win the big one?
I mean, they had Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce and Andy Reid.
Yeah.
They had everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes, massive difference compared to Alex Smith. Massive, massive difference. So he's out there as well in that vault, by the way. So that's what I'm saying. My opinion is if you're an all-time great quarterback, you're going to be great everywhere. Now, would Mahomes have 3 Super Bowls if he was the quarterback for the Bears? No. But would he be in the playoffs? Yeah. 100%. That Bear team last year, if Mahomes was the quarterback,
Oh yeah.
they would have been in the playoffs. 100%.
I would even
no
say
doubt
maybe
about it.
the year before too,
Yeah.
when like Darnell Moon. Now, it wasn't. Maybe when Allen Robinson was on the team, like that. The 2018 Bears.
Breeze, Montana, and Mahomes. We're talking about 3 of the top 5 quarterbacks of all time. They would be great on any team. They could take almost any team to the playoffs immediately, Steven, in their prime. Immediately. Unless we're talking about, like, the thing about the NFL today, even, it's so balanced. There's probably not a single team that Mahomes could go to right now and not put him in the playoffs. We saw what CJ Stroud did with the Texans. Like, can you think of a team he could go to that would not make the playoffs? I can't think of one, personally. Maybe I'm biased, but
I mean, you're definitely biased. But
he goes to what's the worst team in
Carolina.
the league?
technically Carolina.
In that division,
Yeah, he's a chance.
they're lucky because it's a
Yeah.
bad division. He would win the division
he would
title
have a chance. Absolutely.
in the NFC South.
He would have to win the title.
They would win the division.
That he would be the best quarterback. So
He
that,
would.
that
I
definitely
mean,
helps.
they would win the division.
And then the second pick was the Commanders.
Yeah, they'd make the
Them
playoffs.
or the Giants.
I mean, Terry McLaurin. How good is Terry McLaurin going to look with Patrick Mahomes? They would get a wild card.
Would Darren Waller retire if he had Patrick Mahomes? I don't think
Darren
so.
Waller would not retire.
And then
I mean,
neighbors.
if he plays with neighbors,
Yeah.
the Giants would make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to win the whole thing, but they would make the playoffs. That's what we're talking about. All-time great quarterbacks. We're not just talking about like a system guy, like Alex Smith. Great with the Chiefs, just okay elsewhere. System was great, right?
Well, 49ers,
Yeah.
before Harbaugh made the switch, they were rolling.
They were good.
They were rolling
They were better with Kaepernick, though.
that year. But then
Yeah.
wasn't the year before with Singletary that they won a playoff game?
Maybe.
No, it was Harbaugh. It was Harbaugh's first year that he took them to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I think they beat the Saints actually.
Yeah.
And then they lost. And then the year after they made the Super Bowl.
Kevin says, "What are we doing next?"
Whatever you guys want to do.
great
honestly.
question.
Great question.
A vault double with 7 to go. Diamond double with 7 to go. A vault single with 7 to go. Black and blue's closing in. Let's do the black and blue right now. 5 to go. Our closest break at the moment. I mean, speaking of winners, We got so many great names in the series. Jerry Rice, cumulatively speaking, the best receiver ever. LaDainian Tomlinson, second all-time in rushing touchdowns. Tyreek Hill. Again, here's why I love Mahomes and Hill so much. I know I say this all the time, but it's true. Everyone said when Mahomes lost Hill, he would lose it a lot. I know last year their offense struggled. The year before that, with Juju Smith-Schuster as his number one receiver, Patrick Mahomes broke the single-season record for most passing and rushing yards combined by a quarterback, Steven, without Tyreek Hill.
Right.
You know whose record he broke? Drew Brees's.
Yeah, Drew Brees.
Drew Brees had the record for most total yards by a quarterback in a single season. Mahomes broke that record, and he won 2 Super Bowls without Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill got even better away from Kansas City. Led the league in receiving yards. Didn't have to share the ball. He got paid. That's what I'm talking about. The all-time greats.
They just figure it out.
They'll be great anywhere. Mahomes and Tyreek Hill are better apart. Mahomes grew as a quarterback because you had to learn how do I do checkdowns? How do I find the open guy? I mean, I'm not just going to air out bombs all day because I don't have those options.
Yeah.
He got better as a quarterback losing Tyreek Hill.
That's true.
And Tyreek Hill got better as a wide receiver away from
That's
Mahomes.
what happened to Matt Stafford when Calvin Johnson retired.
Yeah, he got
He's
better.
like, I got to find a way to distribute to all these guys, you know?
Yeah.
It's very true.
So, I mean, Favre, a guy that didn't really have to learn. He just played ball, right? Brett Favre.
He just played ball.
He played ball. Aaron Donald, speed flex, Super Bowl champion, never missed a Pro Bowl. Fantastic defensive tackle. Tomlinson, Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams in Chicago. He's getting compared to Patrick Mahomes, right? He can run, he can pass, he can run 2-pass. That's his player comp.
Right.
He actually compares himself to Aaron Rodgers. If those are the two comparisons,
I will take that.
we'll take that any day, Caleb Williams.
I watched that. That's his favorite player growing up, too.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. I know. That's who he likes. So, combo of Mahomes and Rodgers, Steven.
But did you see C.J. Stroud, what he said?
He said that if Stafford had the same team as Rodgers, he would have 3 or 4 Super Bowls, right? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I was talking about the
Because he said that today.
which career he would have. Eli or Rodgers. He said, give me the chips. I would take Eli's career.
He wants to win.
He wants to win, yeah.
He wants to win.
Give me 2 MVPs, Caleb, and 3 Super Bowls.
I like it.
And that's the minimum.
That's... Steven, if he can get the Bears 1 Super
We'll
Bowl...
be very happy.
I am happy. 1 MVP and 1 Super Bowl. If he can deliver those 2, I call it a great career.
It's going to be tough to happen at rookie year, but there's quote-unquote experts like Rich Eisen. He doesn't mess around. He thinks they can.
I'm getting nervous.
I'm very nervous.
I'm getting nervous, man.
But I'm going to be...
I feel like there's too much
This
hype.
is the problem, though, because they're on Hard Knocks.
Yes.
And now we're going to get a nice
More
inside
hype.
look, and we're going to just look at them every
Of
Tuesday.
course.
I'm going to be like...
And all the bad passes, we're just they're gonna exclude it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be only the touchdowns because the cameras show what they want to show.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So.
But I think I've never been more confident in the quarterback that we've had.
Yes, I agree.
He went to USC. He knows what he's dealing with. He's got the best weapons he's ever had. There's no question about it. And whenever he's had good weapons, aka Jordan Addison,
he's delivered.
Wins things. So,
He's delivered.
Yeah.
So Caleb Williams, Brett Favre, Marshall Faulk, Calvin Johnson, Deion Sanders, Tyreek Hill, Aaron Donald, LaDainian Tomlinson, and the GOAT receiver Jerry Rice, all available in the black and blue as well.
And we're 3 to go in that single.
All right, 3 left in that single. Drop that link in, guys. Let's make it happen. $71 a spot. All of these are full-size authentics. A little bit less than the diamond helmets because there's some slight imperfections on some of these lids. So let's make it happen, folks. The black and the blue. Man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the NFL season. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. And I like this black and blue too, Steven, because we have some names in here we don't get in the break room much. Like, we don't get a lot of Brett Favre in this break room, right?
No, not too much.
That's one. We don't get a lot of Calvin Johnson in the break room. These are fun names, right? Talk about, like, Brett Favre, for example, Steven, I mean, he never had a truly all-time great receiver. I know he had Sharp for a little bit, but like Antonio Freeman, Donald Driver, I mean, these were good guys, but were they great? I mean, Jennings was good. Was he great?
I love Jennings.
I think Brett Favre also made his teammates better. I know he had a lot of picks, but I hate to say it as a Bear fan, he's an all-time great quarterback, Brett Favre.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. This guy...
That's all the Packers do is develop him.
This guy was so much fun to watch. You know, the gunslinger, all the crazy passes, the cannon arm. Kind of like the same situation as Josh Allen. Yeah, he throws picks, but then you look at the touchdown to pick ratio, you look at the yards, you look at the wins, everything else is there, Steven.
Not all picks are created equal either.
Yeah, they both throw the 3rd and 20 picks, right?
Yeah, exactly. The punt picks.
The punt picks.
Right.
Those are not nearly as bad for Mr. Favre.
The punts, their interceptions, well, maybe some of Favre's because he has the most interceptions of all time, but
yes,
they generally don't result in 6 the other way.
Yes.
You
he
know?
did have some pick sixes.
Well, that's just because the numbers, you know.
He had a lot of 6s going his way.
Yeah.
Brett Favre.
Get a lot more, exactly.
That green ink on that lid as well for Brett Favre. There were some rumors of Brett Favre, Steven. He didn't really know playbooks. He didn't really look at the playbook. He just went out there and played football. Like, think about how good you are. I know he had like a drinking problem. He had all sorts of like off-field issues. He wasn't like Peyton Manning, right? Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and these guys are the ultimate like masters of the playbook.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Favre just played football. He was raw talent. Raw energy.
Right.
He was really, really fun to watch, even as a Bears fan, Brett Favre. Like, what if Brett Favre had the mind of a Brady or a Manning? That's why Mahomes, by the way, his comp coming in was Brett Favre. But Patrick Mahomes has learned the playbook. He's learned to limit interceptions. Brett Favre would have been Patrick Mahomes had he had, you know, that brain power, that work ethic, that desire to learn the ins and outs of the game. Because Mahomes came in the NFL, Steven, raw. No footwork. He was interception waiting to happen. But he grew, and now he's, you know, a guy that can get 30, 40 touchdowns, but only get like 6 or 7 picks, right?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. Are we sold out?
I have one away, but does the web...
Let me take a peek. We are sold out.
Okay, I will get that. Oh, there it is. There, it just appeared on my screen. So
Black and blue single coming up, guys. Go ahead and drop me a box number for the good old black and blue. And we're probably going to pull the Favre tonight because it's been... NFC North has been the break. Last night we pulled like 6 Vikings, like 3 Packers, a couple Lions, a couple Bears. We already have Jefferson, Barry Sanders, and Jordan Love in the room tonight. NFC North has been the hottest division the last couple days. Josh is in with 24. Thank you, Josh. Let's get 24 off the ticker here in the black and blue. So 8:44, guys. We'll go to at least 9:30. If the breaks are still hot, could be 10 o'clock, could be 11 o'clock. But get these orders in here up until 9:30 if you guys want to keep the breaks rolling. We got box 24 on the way, Steven. 2-4. Thank you, sir. All of these, by the way, in the black and blue authentic helmets. 32 folks watching. Get these orders in, guys. We got Larry Jensen, William Losey, William Maynor, Adam Dittmer, Josh Bartholomew, Kevin Sukup, and Zach Hayes in the black and blue. Good luck, gentlemen. 6 times on the way. Got 5 and 6. Adam Dittmer's got the NFC North. NFC South is Zach Hayes. Josh Bartholomew, NFC East. NFC West is Larry Jensen. Adam Dittmer, AFC North. William Losey, AFC South. William Maynor, AFC East. And Kevin Sukup, you've got the AFC West in here, guys. Black and blue single on the way. Box 24. What do we have in here? Obviously an authentic. They're all authentic. Ah. We got ourselves a talented tight end for the Atlanta Falcons, Florida Gator, Kyle Pitts. The Lunar Authentic with the red ink right there. Just a slight smudge on the autograph. I do mean slight. Zach Hayes, more than 1,000 yards receiving his rookie season. Kyle Pitts. Now he's finally getting a quarterback in Kirk Cousins. He's going to be a very, very fun guy to watch this year, right? Yeah. Zach Hayes, congrats on Kyle Pitts. Another filler here, Steven. Puts the black and blue down to 17 boxes left. We got 11 headliners left, including 9 photoed headliners. Better than a 50% chance at a photoed headliner in the black and blue. How do you like them odds, Steven?
Pretty good.
I like them for sure. What do we got coming in here?
James showed hopping into that practice squad single.
All right, James, let's get that Trevor Lawrence authentic, the Drew Brees chrome. Definitely want to see those lids here in the practice squad. Kyle Pitts. Zach's got a couple W's tonight.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing well. Zach Hayes. So let's see here. Refreshing that break page. I'll drop the link into what do we think, Steven? I don't even know what's the best option here. I think it might be the training camp single, personally. Mahomes, Montana, Breeze, Tony Romo, Devontae Adams, Aiden Hutchinson. I'll drop this link in. I think that might be our best bet for a break tonight. We don't have anything as far as the chase yet. The 1 in 4 is 4 to go. So I'll drop in the 1 in 4 single. Let's knock out a chase wheel spin for tonight's program. Definitely going to see if that happens here in the next 40 minutes or so, because we'll be here till at least 9:30, guys.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone hop into the 1 in 4 in a while, and I don't get it.
I don't get it. I know a lot of people, too, in our room, they look at the price point and they're thinking, a lot of times the football section gets a lot of the love in there. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, we have a speed flex in the football section. A Jalen Waddle and a Tyreek Hill dual sign speed flex, Steven.
Right.
That's a headliner right there.
Yes, that is.
I mean,
Absolutely.
We have the MVP last year in baseball, Ronald Acuna Jr. on the Brave jersey. There's a Derek Jeter jersey. This is one of the most expensive autographs in memorabilia, Derek Jeter. Mm-hmm. We got a Larry Bird in here. Larry Bird. Enough said. It's the chase. You get in this break, Steven. You have a 1 in 4 chance at the chase wheel spin and a 1 in 4 chance at this break. Like, let's best case scenario this, right? You get in that single. You pay what? I think it's $500. You get the Hill and Waddle dual sign speed flex. You roughly double up and then some on your value. And then you get the $100 wheel spin as well. You get the guaranteed wheel spin.
Yep.
If you buy all the spots. So even like worst case, Steven, let's just say that the wheel spin is $50. You're going to get the $50 back. And you're going to get a guaranteed item in here. I mean, there's a lot of items in here that are more than worth their money. No doubt about that. So Kevin Sukup, I will check your account, man. If someone in the chat can help him out, I know these guys are usually really, really good about helping them out because, we don't have a Signature Club account, Steven, because we don't, we can't play the breaks. If we could play the breaks, I'd be in this vault break right now.
Yeah.
$83 for a Mahomes authentic. I would already be buying in here. No doubt about it, Patrick Mahomes. That's a family vacation, Steven. Around $2,000, you can take a weekend trip. Go to Galena. I mean, heck, you can go to Wrigley Field and pay for you, your wife, your kid. You buy them. You buy a jersey for all 3 of you guys. You buy beers, hot dogs. You do your transportation, and then you still have money left over to go to a second game the next day, Steven.
That's true.
That's a weekend family trip for that Mahomes Authentic. So Kevin Sukup, make sure you check your account. You should be able to. You should get some sort of. It's some sort of like number. Like you get some sort of like letter or number
Like an
combo.
account number?
No, it's like a.
Or does it act like an account number?
It's like a number that you input that'll give you like lower spots for your breaks, for example. So then you input that code. It's a code, Steven. You input the code into the specific break that you're in.
Yes.
So
I was like, just like applying a code on anything. It should
Yes.
just give you a code and it should go right there for you.
exactly. So definitely, hopefully you get that done, Kev. We did have movement on that vault, by the way, Steven. 6 to go.
6 to go.
6 to go. Probably our hit of the show tonight coming out of the vault. The Tyreek Hill. What do you think?
Yeah, that
I
slate
think
is
so.
awesome.
The slate cheetah. It is fantastic. Oh, Cubs and Sox game headed to the bottom of the 5th.
They're just in a delay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's still rain delay?
No, they were just in a delay.
They just started.
They came back like 5-6 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yep, Cubs are struggling.
Imanaga, another bad start. Although only one earned run.
Yeah,
What happened,
Chris
Steven?
Morel had an error.
Oof.
Had a big error.
That doesn't help.
No, it does not.
I guess he's done his thing against the White Sox last year.
Yeah.
There's a Sosa on the White Sox, Lennon Sosa.
Yeah, but Luis Roberts is back too.
Yeah, that helps.
That helps.
That
You know,
helps a lot.
it does.
That's their best player in the South Side. So guys, let me know what you want to rock and roll with. 23 folks of you watching, and we'll go till 9:30 here. Definitely want to knock out some more breaks. Just a wee bit slower tonight, but we know this all the time, Steven. Our guy Tyson Muse gets in here, buys out all the spots. He's a night owl. A lot of these guys are night owls. They have a goal. His personal goal, he told me, Steven, is keep me here till 11 o'clock each night. That's his goal. He might come in here and just start tearing up the break page.
Yeah, that's true.
Anything's
Anything's possible.
Get those spots before somebody does that, guys. As Steven said, as Kevin Garnett said, anything is possible in the UA Live break room, including a KG as a filler in the 1-4, Steven. And that is also possible. Kevin Garnett. Usually a headliner.
I was like, usually he's the headliner, but I mean, I've seen crazier.
I saw him actually post a photo online, Steven, because he was cheering for the T-Wolves, obviously against Dallas. And then now he's cheering for the Celtics against Dallas. He posted another picture of him in the Boston jersey.
Wow. Well, how'd that work out? So that's so nice that worked out for him.
He is not looking for a Dallas win. The Celtics and the Mavericks finals tipping off on Thursday. I know you and I are on the same page. We both got the Mavs.
I think you're a little more confident than I am.
Oh, really?
Well,
you said Mavs in 6. I was going to say the opposite because I was going to say I'm picking Mavs in 7.
Yeah, but I'm leaning on Luka just being incredibly special.
Okay.
During this time. He's bred to be a champion. He's been doing this since he was a wee lad.
He was a champion at Real Madrid.
Exactly. But even just the rumors of him at 12 years old dropping 50 points in championship games.
Yeah.
Like that, I'm leaning on that heavy.
He's got that it factor, right?
Oh, it's just ridiculous. But the Celtics entering the finals have only 20 losses cumulative all year long.
Yeah.
There's only one team that has lost the finals with that amount of losses.
The Warriors, 73-9.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So history is just
I will say the regular season for Boston has worked out well for them in the East, right? And the postseason, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Embiid, Giannis get hurt. Julius Randle gets hurt. Butler in the playoffs, Halliburton, Mitchell. All these teams they play, their best player was hurt for at least 1, 2, or all the games. So,
there's numbers that conflict each other.
Yes.
And that's the part where it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. I want the Mavs to win. I definitely think if these games are close, give me the Mavs. I know what shots I'm getting.
They got the closers.
Those guys getting those shots.
Yeah.
But the Celtics either play tight or blow you out by 20.
Yeah.
That's just there's no if
They're very reliant on their outside shooting, which is very good for them. I actually look at Luka and Kyrie. I think they're more crafty than Brown and Tatum.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they can get more of those, like, I don't want to say easy, but easier twos, right?
Yeah.
The twos in the lane, right? And they can throw it up to Gafford and Lively, all these guys. And you got to get some easy baskets. The Celtics, they don't get a lot of easy baskets.
But that's what I'm saying. Like with the Celtics, you watch them, and there's just times you're just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I know the Pacers are a fun team, and they were just up and down all year, like in terms of their offense. Like, that's how they run. They just put up points. But 3 of those 4 games were less than 5 points.
Oh, yeah.
With and you just feel like when you have a team like the Celtics and they're that dominant,
they
shouldn't you just?
They haven't been battle tested yet.
Yeah,
they haven't played a great team yet.
That's the part where I think, but also they're saying that the Mavs haven't faced a team like this either, which they technically haven't.
Yeah.
Technically.
They beat the 1 seed. They beat the T-Wolves, who beat the defending champs.
But I'll say this, since the Mavs made the acquisitions of Washington and Gafford.
Different team.
A completely different team.
Their defense is way better. That's why.
Number 1 defense since the last 20 games of the year, and including these playoffs, which, again, those numbers include the playoffs, which are fantastic basketball teams.
Yeah.
And also, do you know what their win pace was since the trade deadline with these guys?
Probably about the same as Boston.
67 wins.
Yeah.
They would be on pace for. So that's a pretty good team.
Exactly.
That's a really good basketball team.
Yeah, it might be the 2 best teams for this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, Denver lost some guys from last year. It's going to be an awesome final series. A guy that knows a thing or two about Boston finals is Larry Bird. He won, I think.
And Magic Johnson.
Yeah. 3 championships,
he knows about
I think.
Yeah, he got 3.
3 for Bird, 3 MVPs in a row at one point. Larry Legend, another guy to deliver on the biggest stage. I mean, if you're talking about like finals and championship performances, if we're looking at the history of some of the biggest games, I mean, Joe Montana, Steven, number 1 all time in Super Bowl passer rating. He won 4 Super Bowls. He was undefeated, and he got 3 MVPs in the Super Bowl. You know who else has 3 Super Bowl MVPs? Patrick Mahomes. The second half of that game against San Fran, he was perfect. That last drive, he literally could not put a wrong foot in. Every pass was completed. He ran the ball. I mean, it was like whenever Patrick Mahomes gets inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, that drive against, a top 2 or 3 defense in the league, the Niners, they're going to show highlights of that drive, Steven. Patrick Mahomes. Talking about guys that are guys that win the big games. Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, his touchdown to pick ratio is out of this world.
Yeah.
Let me actually pull it up. Patrick Mahomes playoff stats.
He intensifies on a different level when he reaches the playoffs.
Locked in. It's like LeBron James all those years in the playoffs. Locks in. His playoff career, Patrick Mahomes, again, more than a $2,000 helmet out there in that vault. You want to hear his playoff numbers, Steven? 18 games. 18 games started. 5,135 passing yards. 41 touchdown passes and only 8 interceptions. 41-8.
Yeah.
His record is 15-3. He lost twice to Brady and once to Joe Burrow. Patrick Mahomes. Those are his playoff numbers. And that's not even counting his rushing.
I still think
his playoff rushing, Steven, this is actually really good. 524 yards in 18 games, and he had 5 rushing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got in his playoff career, in 18 games, 46 total touchdowns.
That's just crazy.
That's almost 3 per game.
Yeah.
In the playoffs against the best teams in the NFL. And only 8 picks in 18 games. 8 interceptions, Steven. That's it.
Right.
Crazy. Like this last year, 1 interception. The previous year, no interceptions.
When did that interception come? Was that against the Ravens?
It was actually in the Super Bowl.
It was?
The Niners.
I don't remember it.
Because he had none going into it, I think.
I mean,
I don't know.
The most mind-blowing stat about Patrick Mahomes, and I'm guessing this is going to continue, is his winning percentage when they're down by 10 points.
Over 500.
It's not just over 500.
Well
just
over 500.
Alarmingly over 500.
Yes.
No, you should not be over 500 when
Right.
you're trailing by 10. It's mind-blowing.
Slate Authentic the best quarterback in the game, the most expensive active player. Again, Fanatics.com, Mahomes Authentic, $2,200, Steven. You get this for $83 in here. What are we doing, right? Taylor Twellman says, what are we doing? What are we doing here in the room?
This is that chance.
Kevin wants that Jordan Love in the diamonds. Kevin Sukup. Is this the Jordan Love you're talking about, my friend? Look at this helmet. This Jordan Love is absolutely fantastic. The Flash Authentic with the rip, the white and yellow coming out. Jordan Love's first ever start, Steven.
Yeah.
Against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
That's true.
It was a game that Rodgers missed in, I think, like his last season in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers missed that season, or that game. Jordan Love steps in, and actually, he did lose the game.
But they played well.
He played well. He played nothing
spurts.
but well.
He showed spurts.
Yes.
Which is what all you really ask for.
You don't really see that out of Nevada quarterbacks typically. Not really the prototypical place for quarterbacks.
He went to Nevada? I thought he went to like Utah State.
Or was it Utah State?
It was some school out west.
Something like with those blue colors.
Yeah, exactly. No, I understand where you got Nevada from. I get that one. I was like Utah State.
I think you might be right. Maybe Kaepernick was Nevada.
Yes, he was. No, he was.
Yeah, Utah State.
And the Martin twins.
Jordan Love in his last college season, Steven, had 17 picks.
See?
Talk about fit.
What about Patrick Mahomes? Didn't he have a lot of picks during college?
Let's look it up. I know he had 5,000 plus yards.
Well, they slung it. Him and Baker Mayfield had one of the all-time games.
Mahomes' college stats. 15 in 2015, only 10 in 2016, though. He got better.
How many
still in 12 games. 41 touchdowns in 12 games.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
Like 5,052 passing yards.
You're just like, yes, please. We're going to take that.
Like, I mean, you'll take 10 picks if you have 41 touchdowns, Steven.
That's a fact.
That's incredible.
That is a big fact.
But his footwork wasn't good, Steven. That was the knock on him. He didn't have any footwork.
Yeah, well, Andy Reid's like, I can fix that.
Yeah, I can fix that footwork, Patty Mahomes.
Get over here now.
A Mossy guy says he beat my Vikes, Jordan Love. He did. He beat our Bears.
Bears.
I mean, like, if you're the quarterback of Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota, for that reason, like, they judge you by how do you do against the Packers, right? How do you do against their quarterbacks? And I'll tell you what, every quarterback in the North the last, like, 25, 30 years, they don't have a winning record. No. Unless they played, like, 2 games. I mean, the guys that played 10 games or more against Favre, Rodgers, or Love, they have a losing record, Steven.
Yep, pretty much.
That's how it goes. You don't really beat Green Bay Packer quarterbacks. I hate to say it. I know we have our hope, Caleb Williams, and it's like there's actually a lot of Bear fans, Steven, that, I think more and more are coming around to it, but you look at, Caleb Williams, a lot of Bear fans still like Justin Fields, right? It's a fan base that's divided. How can Caleb Williams immediately capture the love of Bear fans? Beat the Packers.
Oh, yeah.
It's what Lovie Smith did right
That's
off
why
the bat.
everyone loves Lovie Smith still to this day.
Because he beat the Packers.
Exactly. You could go 2-15.
Eberflus,
if you beat him twice?
Eberflus is not beating the Packers.
No.
I mean, nobody beat Brett Favre in the Packers back in, the Bear days. Those graphics of the Bears have had 28 starting quarterbacks during Brett Favre's streak or whatever, right?
Right, absolutely.
Hated those graphics as a kid. I was like, are you kidding me? Can we get one quarterback? So that's how the Justin Fields defenders, as I call them, the fans of Justin Fields, that's how you, get those guys to rally to you, Caleb Williams. Because if the Bears go like 10-6, Steven, and just get in the playoffs, but if they go 2-0 against Green Bay.
Yeah, deal.
Oh, man. We'll take that. How dare you give away my Falcon filler comment, says Craig Crenshaw. Sorry, Craig.
Craig, would you rather win a Tom Brady, a Patrick Mahomes, or a Drake London authentic?
Yeah. Caleb Williams, USC.
Because I'm leaning towards the Drake London authentic. Might be your greatest achievement here in the UA break room.
I feel like Craig is the type of guy that would get in a vault double and get a Mahomes and an Adams both.
Yeah.
That's what he would do.
He hasn't won one, so I know my man's due.
Yeah, he is.
Brady Mahomes. I'm just testing you.
Yeah, just making sure. But he wants a Jamal Anderson filler over.
We've been in this room long enough, Common. We've seen people who cherish their home team, their favorite teams win more than what's his name? He won a
David Honga?
He won a Walter Jones jersey. He also won a Peyton Manning Tennessee Authentic.
I vetoed the trade. He wanted to trade the Manning for Sean Alexander.
Yeah,
I was like, no, David, this is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because here's what you could do, by the way. If the Mahomes helmet comes out, what could David do with the Mahomes helmet? He can get a Falcon Deion Sanders.
Craig can get whatever he wants.
Well, no, but let's talk Mahomes. He gets the Mahomes Authentic. He can probably get like a primetime. Who are the best Falcons of all time? A Julio Jones and a Matt Ryan. He could probably trade all three of those for the Mahomes lid, Steven.
Michael Vick better be up there.
Michael Vick? Sure, tack him on as well.
Yes. Those are all worth it, yeah.
That's what you can do with a Mahomes helmet, though. That could be like 4 PC items, Steven. It could be a family vacation. It could be the best quarterback in the man cave, or it could be a bunch of helmets from your favorite team.
Yep, that's true. It just seems that way, Craig. Craig, you've played long enough in this room, man. Like, it will happen.
Steven, he just told us he has 8 of the top 10 quarterbacks of all time.
It's going to happen.
He's missing everybody but Mahomes and Brady.
I'm fairly certain it's going to happen for him.
I don't have a Julio. I need one of those, says Craig.
Now, we haven't seen Julio in a while.
Yes, we have. We have not seen Julio in a while.
I miss Julio. I hope we get him back.
Julio's fun.
He was.
Julio Jones is fun.
Very frustrating fantasy player, but
a
very good wide receiver.
Great real life player, right? Yeah. All right, I'm going to do a top to bottom rundown. I'm going to refresh the break page. It's 9:07. Let's get these breaks moving. Otherwise, it could be an early night tonight. Could be as early as 9:30. I'll give you guys until then to see what else we knock out. But here's your top to bottom rundown. We'll start with the vault. We've done how many vaults so far? We've done 3?
4?
4.
4.
But then we had the 1-1, so 3 in the new series, I believe. Is that correct, Steven?
No, I think it's 4 because we had the 1-1.
Yeah.
Then we had a single.
Yep.
Then we had a double.
Okay, so 4.
So, yeah.
So 22 left in the vault double. 22 boxes left. We have a Jordan Love Flash Authentic, a Drew Brees Lunar Authentic, Devontae Adams Authentic, Tony Romo Authentic, Joe Montana Authentic, Aiden Hutchinson, and the Patrick Mahomes. So that is 6 photoed headliners in 21 boxes, Steven. But 22 boxes, excuse me. But even better, we have ourselves 5 secondary headliners. All of a sudden, it's a 11 and 22 chance. Jalen Waddle, Dickerson, DeAndre Swift, Antonio Gates, Deebo Samuel. Plus, we have 3 boxes with vault keys that have bonus gift cards as well. So with the vault keys, it becomes 14 and 22, which is better than 50% chance in that vault break. We got the black and blue. This is, speaking of ratios, man. Are you kidding me? We've done 3 of these, right? 2 single, a single and a double, right?
Yep.
17 boxes left. 11 headliners left, Steven. Megatron, Calvin Johnson. He still caught that ball against the Bears, by the way. As a Bear fan.
Yes, he did.
He caught that ball. Lion Flash Authentic. Marshall Faulk. One of the best running backs ever. Top 10 all-time rush touchdowns. Deion Sanders on Florida State. Maybe the GOAT corner. Caleb Williams. The first guy to ever pass for 4,000 yards in a season for the Chicago Bears this year, Steven. Mark it down. 4,000 yards.
Down.
He's doing it. Speaking of 4,000 yards, this guy did it forever. Brett Favre. Lunar Authentic. Come and get that one. Brett Favre. Guy has all the records.
Yes, he does.
Jordan Love is gone in the vault. I never said he wasn't gone, Will. The Love in the Diamonds is out there, though. We have ourselves still in this series. Tyreek Hill. Flash Authentic. Jerry Rice. Receiving greats. Salute the Service Authentic. Aaron Donald. Speed Flex. Salute the Service. LaDainian Tomlinson. Most touchdowns in a single season, Steven. Our childhood hero. With that blue ink still out there. We got ourselves the Tank Dell and Kyron Williams. 9 and 17 chance at a photo headliner 11 and 17 counting those names. Diamond helmets, 13 boxes left. We have the secondary headliner, Jameson Williams. 6 photoed headliners left. I mean, holy cow, Wes Welker. Almost never get him in the break room. Tyreek Hill, we get him a lot. Never sick of Tyreek Hill.
No.
This is who this generation loves. Tony Romo. Everybody knows Tony Romo. Jamar Chase, top 5 receiver in the game. Derrick Henry. You look at the last 10 years in the NFL, Steven, best running back in the league. He's the best active running back. If CMC is healthy, sure, he's the best. But how often is he healthy? If you look at the last 10 years as a whole, Derrick Henry is the king. King Henry, no doubt. Jordan Love, still available in the diamonds. The best looking lid maybe in the break room. Tyson Muse, the Manning helmet did go, man. We're hopping off here in 19 minutes, Tyson. If you want to order, get those spots in our break room. We do have Mahomes. We have the Jordan Love custom lid. A lot of good stuff. Practice squad. 9 boxes left, Steven. We got a Trevor Lawrence authentic and a Drew Brees Chrome Mini. That is fantastic. Plus, we have Richard Dent and Marcus Allen still available. 1 and 4. We got ourselves a Bobby Witt Jr. bat, Undertaker Funko, Acuna jersey, Larry Bird basketball, Derek Jeter. Steven, we've had Derek Jeter 4 times in this break room. There's 18 boxes left. We should be chasing Derek Jeter alone in this room, right?
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, dual sign Speed Flex, worth more than $1,000, still out there. $83 for a 2K plus Mahomes Slate Authentic. That's a steal in this Vault series. We got 7 to go in that practice squad. Black and blue 8 to go. Jerseys are 8 to go. Fred Warner, Tyreek Hill, Dick Butkus, Earl Campbell, Brian Urlacher, Zay Flowers, TJ Watt, and Jalen Waddle, all available in the jerseys, guys. Come and get those jerseys. Again, Tyreek Hill, he's everywhere. He's like Roy Kent, Steven. Absolutely everywhere. Mini helmets. Jason Witten, Devontae Adams, Fred Warner, Marshall Faulk, the Creamsicle Warren Sapp, and Chris Olave still left. So Craig wants the Richard Dent. That's the Super Bowl MVP, Richard Dent. Get in that practice squad then, Craig. And Tyson, if you want a multi-box jersey break, just let us know. We can do a double. We can do a quad. We can do an octobox. Just let us know what you want, man. I will say, ever since Tyson joined the break room, Steven, every single night, you look at the last week and a half, it's been pretty much nonstop breaks. It's been so busy that we were due to be a little bit less busy at some point, right?
Yeah.
So I know Tyson's used to going to bed, us hopping off there at 11 o'clock, 11:30. If these breaks do not get going in the next 16 minutes, we will hop off at 9:30. So you guys have 16 minutes to order what you want for tonight. Otherwise, the rest of these breaks will happen during tomorrow's noon and 3 p.m. show. Craig says Tyson is the man. Yes. Yes, he is. Tyson Muse is definitely the man.
For sure.
He is a legend here in the break room. Are you a Tony Romo fan? I know Tyson normally doesn't go for the authentics as much as the jerseys, but we do have a Tony Romo in here. 5 spots to go in that training camp vault. Beautiful Tony Romo Lunar Authentic. The same one also available in the diamonds. So that's a good get for any Cowboy fan like Tyson. I did my part so far tonight. Let's go, guys, says Kevin. Yeah, you did. Kevin Sukup just needs a little bit of help in these breaks, Steven. Does he not? Kev has done his part. Probably the best better to break for everyone out there, I would say, is the vault.
I would say it's the jerseys.
I was going to say the jerseys are the best bet of Tyson buying them out. But otherwise, the vault is, for everyone else, the best bet at a break, right? Tyson says, I do love Romo. Okay. Well, we have Romo in the vault and the diamonds. Vault has only 22 boxes left. The diamond only has 13 boxes left, Steven.
Right.
13 boxes left. That Romo could be quick in here. So,
All right,
Tony
jerseys.
Romo, Lunar Authentic.
Jerseys are ready for you.
I think you, Steven. I already know Tyson doesn't want numbers.
Just go to the wheel.
He wants the wheel. So, yeah, Tyson is a collector. Obviously, a lot of folks in this room care about values. We know this very well, Steven. The jerseys are not worth close to what the diamonds and the vault breaks are, but Tyson only wants his PC. So to him, these are priceless, right?
Yep, absolutely.
If the man wants the PC items, it's what the man wants, right? So box 6, Steven, in the jerseys.
Box 6.
And again, Tyson, you just holler, my friend, if you want us to put up a quad or an octobox. Really, to be honest with you, any amount of jerseys. We can put up any amount that you would like, sir. Thank you, Steven. 6 of 30 in the triple option jerseys. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, Tyson. This is quite possibly the best headliner left in these jerseys. It's the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, baby. Fastest guy in the league. Every single season he's been a Pro Bowler. Led the league in receiving yards last year. Beautiful, beautiful Tyreek Hill jersey. That is going home to Tyson Muse. So, yeah, you got the headliners, man. Now you get your headliners, Tyson, no doubt. There is going to be 23 jerseys left, Greg Crenshaw. If Tyson wants a 23-box break, Steven, we can make it happen. Tyson says, didn't have Hill until now. That's who I wanted. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, the two best headliners in here, in my opinion, Steven, are either Tyreek Hill or Justin Jefferson. Both went off the board. Although I am a big TJ Watt fan.
Yeah.
How do you feel about TJ Watt, Tyson? We do have a TJ Watt jersey in the series. Urlacher, Butkus, Warner, Flowers, and Waddle. Other headliners left in here. It's our second Tyreek Hill of the night. We had the authentic, now we have the jersey. So we'll probably do one Hill in the hit video. It'll be the authentic. I kind of like doing a mix of everything. Maybe 3 authentics, couple minis, and a jersey, Steven. I know we normally do authentics in our hit videos, but we have the option for diversity tonight, right?
We do.
Tyson got Jefferson last night. We pulled Jefferson earlier tonight as well.
Right.
I still want the Butkus, but I always miss on him too. While he's still out there, Craig, if you want to attack Dick Butkus, he is there for the taking. Tyson, you don't have to let us leave early. This is actually a little bit early. It's one thing when you keep us up till midnight, but we could be here till, 10, 10:30, 11. It is still early in the night.
Yeah, not that late.
So it's not. We can stay here, Tyson. We are more than happy for you to order if you want. Obviously, it's his money, his decision, Steven. But it's not like this is 11:45 at night and he's ordering all the spots and Robbie's has to go to the bathroom. It's only 9:19. It's still a
I'll
little
go to
early,
the bathroom when I
Tyson.
need to go to the bathroom. So
Right?
I have no problem doing that.
Robbie didn't get the memo. You can use the bathroom if you need to, Robbie.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water, so I go to the bathroom frequently.
Yes. So,
and you guys still get your breaks, so
Yeah.
we can be here as long as you want to, man.
let us know, Tyson.
We don't have to go anywhere.
I feel like he thinks that we get annoyed when he orders.
Oh no.
I mean, we're a business here, Tyson. The more we order, the more money we make. So, again, it's 9:30. It's not midnight. It's actually not even 9:30. It's 9:20.
Exactly.
So if you want to order, Tyson, you go right on ahead. You go right on ahead. Steven is a little bit more experienced and he knows if he's got to go, he's going to go.
I've gone twice to the show already.
Yes. So
no worries, man.
honestly, with him too, it's so easy that let's just say you were gone for even 5 minutes, Steven.
I mean, you could get the order
can
number.
input it myself.
Yeah, it's not difficult.
I can input it myself because he buys all the spots.
I mean, all you would need to do is see that the order came through and write down the order number.
Exactly.
And then be like, what box? Or then spin the wheel.
Yeah.
And then open the box.
It's
And
actually
very.
it's
you
actually
would be the easiest guy to do this.
it's
for.
the most simple breaks when someone buys out all the spots.
Yes, it's a very simple break.
So we'll be on to at least 9:30, 10 more minutes. We'll see what happens in the next 10 minutes. That's up to you guys out there, whether we go home early tonight or not.
Yeah, but Tyson, we want to keep going.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yeah. No, I agree. 100% Tyson.
Who else do you want out here?
Right? Who are you missing, Tyson? Like, let me ask him this question. Because Tyson told me this, Steven. He is a Cowboy fan, but he's more of a fan of players.
Yeah.
We should get a list from Tyson so we can get these guys in the break room for him. What
Are
are
you
the
trying to get?
what are the players you most want, Tyson?
Are you trying to get like every team? Are you trying to, get
Like-
certain players from each team?
Who are your top 10 guys
You wanna just spin
most
the wheel?
want, Tyson?
You want to just spin the wheel?
You got another one?
Yeah, you got another one.
All right, perfect. Craig says, get yourself a Romo helmet, right? Romo and the diamonds and the vault. All right, so it's the third jersey then.
Yep.
If he is worried about keeping us here late, I'll tell you one way.
I don't want him to be worried about
Yeah,
that.
he shouldn't be worried
Yeah.
about that. He should not be worried in the least bit, Steven. But if he is worried about that, the best way to do it is to knock out 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at once, right?
Yeah.
Because that goes the quickest.
And that goes out the quickest, but also that just allows more time for people to hop in.
Yes, agreed. No, I mean, we always say, Steven, as long as orders are coming in, we'll be here breaking boxes.
Yeah.
But seriously, out of curiosity, Tyson, what are the players you most want, man? Because he's kind of like Bob Boulay, right? He's a collector. Bob is a Giant fan, but Bob likes players. Tyson also likes players, Steven. He's not necessarily a Cowboy collector. He's a collector of great football players, right?
Right. And then again, Tyson, if you want more than one box, please let me know. I could draw it up. It won't take long.
So Steven really wants to let his kid go to sleep before he shows up, says Craig, right? Get out of the dirty work.
First of all, my kid's already asleep.
Okay.
So, I don't
we're in
have
the clear.
I don't have to worry about that.
All right, so we're in the clear.
That's what
Good,
happens when I
Steven.
work nights. Mm-hmm. The issue
Yeah,
is
honey, I want to work nights. Put me in the night show as much as I want.
the issue is when I go home, he'll wake up.
See that always happens.
He's sleeping in a new place tonight, so I'm sure he's gonna be very
antsy.
antsy. Exactly.
What's the list, Tyson? Seriously, let us know, man. Because look, you're buying all these things. If you give us that list, our boss man can go out and buy these items for you, brother. Let us know that list of legends, because there's a good chance we have them. Did I spin Steven out? 11. Box 11. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Box 11 in the jerseys.
Oh, that's gone.
Here come the Cubs, Steven.
Let's go.
5-3. Christopher Morel, the Sox killer, right?
He needs to figure it out.
Thank you, sir. Box 11 coming up.
And the fourth one's up, Tyson, if you want it. Again, if you want more, please do not hesitate to let us know.
He says, okay, cool. Have him message me. All right. Well, I can message you, Tyson, or we can just tell us right now in the chat. But I got your email down. I can shoot you a message, and I can relay the message. They want to make you happy, says Craig. They even found some Falcons for me, right? So it looks like a Padre fan.
Oh, well.
He says baseball, he wants Trevor Hoffman and Tony Gwynn. Tyson, you're going to enjoy the baseball break. We have a baseball break.
I was like, when are we dropping
We
that?
could probably drop that after the black and blue, maybe.
Yeah.
If Tyson's still here.
Good.
We do have a baseball break coming up.
Tatis Jr. comes in the room.
Yeah, get a lot of Tatis. We got a Rice. It's not Jerry. It's Simeon Rice.
Simeon.
Great pass rusher. I believe he's a member of the 100 Sack Club, Simeon Rice.
Yes, he is.
We get a lot of Trevor Hoffman and Tony Gwynn in our break room, by the way. Those guys are staples in our baseball series. Let's see. 122 career sacks, Steven. That's a lot for Simeon Rice. The beautiful Buccaneer jersey. Simeon Rice for Tyson Muse. By the way, Tyson, if you like baseball and you like jerseys, there's a Derek Jeter jersey in that 1 and 4. So that one Definitely is great. The captain.
Tony Gwynn, the man.
Just one of the best pure hitters of the ball. I'm not talking about power hitters, Steven. You know, contact hitters, average hitters.
He is
Tony
the best.
Gwynn.
He is the best in that sense.
He is fantastic.
He is the best in that sense.
At least in like the
Absolutely.
modern era, right? I mean, it's like him and Ichiro for me, right?
Yeah.
I know we got those guys in the 20s and 1907 that hit like 360, but what would those guys do against the modern pitching, right?
The real questions.
And those are the real questions.
Hit 320.
Yeah, 320 instead of 360, right? Congrats
Again,
on
Pierre,
the Simeon Rice jersey.
You talk to the pitchers of our era, like the Greg Maddixes and the John Smoltz.
Yeah.
I think John Smoltz said this. It was John Smoltz, Pedro Martinez, Tom Glavine, and Greg Maddux. They've all combined for over 11,000 career strikeouts. Mm-hmm. I think they've only struck out Tony Gwynn like twice.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes
he
sense.
was just unreal.
You were not striking out Tony Gwynn.
Yeah.
He hit almost 400 one year, Steven. He was very, very high on that batting average. I got a bat signed by him it was 1997. Picture signing it as well. Okay. We actually have really cool Tony Gwynn bats, Tyson. Let me look up that baseball series. I think we just had a new one here recently, right?
Yeah, it's ready in the back.
Let's see what we got here. Big Fly Baseball. Do we have any of those guys? I'm guessing we have a lot of power. Let's see. Well, we don't have any of those guys in particular, but we have a lot of good stuff.
Was that J-Rod?
Yeah, Julio Rodriguez. That's a licensed Mariner jersey, Steven. Ryan Sandberg, Cub legend. Ozzie Smith. Bo Jackson. Another one of those Yankee multi-sign helmets. So that'll be coming up probably soon here in the room. I'd almost say if we had those names, I'd drop it right now for Tyson. But we'll have baseball in the room very, very soon, Tyson. I'm thinking probably after that black and blue goes, that could be a good series to drop next. So, guys, let me know. It's 9:28. Let me know if you guys want to break more boxes. A little bit open on the break page right now, so I'm thinking this could be it. Probably the best bet for a break, Steven, other than Tyson buying out the jersey break. Probably the vault. Yeah. Mahomes, Breeze, Romo, Montana, Devontae Adams, Aiden Hutchinson. 5 spots to go in this break. Obviously, we've been talking about that 1 in 4 being the chase wheel spin. If someone buys out a single at this stage in the game, it's a guaranteed wheel spin, right? Guaranteed. So Jeter, Bird, Bobby Wood Jr., Hill and Waddle, Speed Flex, Undertaker, Acuna, those are all out there.
If you want to just spin the wheel again.
Tyson got a jersey?
Yes, he did.
All right, it's what the guy does. Did I not write up? I did write up Simeon Rice. Okay. Which jersey you're looking for, Tyson? I know you wanted the Hill. We got the Hill. What's the one you want next? Didn't we just do 21? That wheel was spooky, isn't it, Steven?
Yeah, it can creep you out sometimes.
All right, 20 and 22. Let's see here. Jerseys left, by the way. Fred Warner, Dick Butkus, Earl Campbell, Brian Urlacher, Zay Flowers, TJ Watt, and Jalen Waddle. Like, if I were playing, I'm going after the Watt, personally, Steven. But not sure which one Tyson wants. Box 20 in
Cubs
the jerseys. Cubs tied it?
Yes, they did.
Oh, my God. Was that a 5-run sixth? Is it about to be a home run, Steven?
It's about to be, yeah.
Okay.
What number, sorry?
20.
20? I think it was their ball first.
Box 20. Oh, it's your favorite player.
Well, he finally did something.
Patrick Wisdom, your favorite player, Steven.
Finally did something.
He wears the same number as Aramis Ramirez.
And that's about as close as it gets.
He plays third base.
Aramis hits at least 280
Okay, that is true.
on his worst days.
Right.
And hits way more home runs and drives in more runners.
This is number 4, right?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. Okay. It just wasn't green, but we're good. Oh, I think he got one of these last night,
Wow.
Steven. But I like it. Bear great, Brian Urlacher.
Dude, you're
He
killing it
says
with that.
nothing really, maybe another butt kiss. How about an Urlacher,
How about
man?
another one of those?
This is nice. It's the same one he got last night, but man, never get sick of Brian Urlacher.
Right.
My first football jersey ever, Steven. It was not autographed, but it was a Brian Urlacher Bear orange jersey, and I still treasure that bad boy. I mean, this guy, so good at everything. He would be even better in the modern era, I think, too, because he could guard the running backs, the tight ends. He was one of the fastest linebackers to ever play the game. Former Defensive Player of the Year, Pro and College Football Hall of Famer, the great Brian Urlacher. 6 more to fill. The Vault double says Mossy Guy and Tyson Muse, Brian Urlacher. Don't you know him, Tyson? I think you mentioned he knew Urlacher or something, Steven. I can't remember exactly. He said a lot of things the last week and a half. Nice hit, Tice. So you let us know, man. You let us know when you're done, how many more you want to do, and especially if you want to do, a quad or something, Steven, right?
Yeah.
You just let us know, because, if he's done, Steven, we're probably done, given that, again, it's been nonstop the last 2 weeks. Nonstop orders, finally a little bit slower here tonight. He's good friends with Brian Urlacher, okay?
Nice.
How do you know him if you don't mind sharing, Tyson? Like, I don't know. How did you meet him? How do you know him, Brian Urlacher? I see him a lot whenever I try to drive near the airport, Steven. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
And he's got all those hair commercials. He says, I'll do one more, okay?
Okay.
In your words, Steven, are you sure about that?
Yeah. For real.
Supposedly one more.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That's what the man says. It is only 9:33, Tyson, so up to you, man. We could do more if you would like. I think he said he wants a Dig Butt Kiss, Steven. Another Dig Butt Kiss. You can never have too many Dig Butt Kisses, right?
Right. So not quite the Bears linebacker he wanted.
Well, so he got the white Dig Butt Kiss last night.
Oh, is this the blue one?
And this is the blue one that we have in here. So we can put them right next to each other, right?
Nice.
Now get yourself a whole Dig Butt Kiss collection.
All right, that's good and ready.
All right, thank you, Steven. All right, I'll spin the wheel for Tyson Muse.
Tyson's keeping the night alive, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some other breaks going.
He's giving the other guys a chance. There is 25 of you guys watching. Now, typically, Steven, I know we have a lot of people who just love our show, but I'm willing to bet that there's at least 5 people watching out there that actually want to play. That vault single was 5 to go. $83 for a Mahomes Authentic if you guys want, right? Because besides getting himself some awesome jerseys, Tyson is buying time for the rest of the break room, like you said. So let's do box 30.
30. Is that a 30 box series?
30 box series. And these jerseys have been going really fast lately because of Tyson, right?
Pretty much.
I mean, he's been almost single-handedly clearing out the series, right? 5 jersey breaks tonight. He's done 4 of them by himself. Technically 6 jerseys with that personal Matthew got. I thought for a second he got the butt kiss. He got another Bear, though. The only Bear quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl as a starter. How about Jim McMahon? That's a great filler hit right there, man. 85 Bears, Jim McMahon. He was such a great college quarterback, Steven. When he retired at BYU, he had more than 30 college records at the time. His pro career, up and down, a lot of it was injuries, right? When he's healthy, he was a really good player. Like the Bears team, they couldn't become a dynasty because he got hurt. They never got that leader, never got that quarterback. Who knows what would have happened if McMahon had been healthy like the next 3-4 years in a row, right?
Right.
Nice custom jersey. Jim McMahon, congratulations. Tyson Muse, man. That is very, very nice on the McMahon jersey.
Tyson.
Did he get another one?
No, but you've gotten back-to-back bears.
So he should get the Butkus next,
I think
right?
you should really try it one more time.
Get yourself another bear. They're coming in hot.
I mean, you're just going back in time, right? Brian Urlacher, Jim McMahon, Dick Butkus.
There could be a filler Singletary in here.
That would be wild.
Filler Dan Hampton, although he got one last night, excuse me. Yeah, concussion ruined his career. But my favorite Jim McMahon story, Tyson, is that he was the backup quarterback for Brett Favre, who's out there in the black and blue, by the way. The Packers went to the White House, Steven, and he wore his Bears jersey.
Right.
Imagine that, being around like a bunch of grown men, and you're wearing a jersey of your rival team. Did the White Sox take the lead back?
Yeah, thanks to one Luis Robert Jr.
He's back. He says, okay, last one. All right. You
There
see,
we go.
Steven. You see? Yeah, one more. Sure.
I mean, you
Tyson.
gotta try, right?
Right?
You gotta take a shot.
I mean, like, at this point, he's on such a bear heater
Yeah.
that he has to do one more. You know what? I'm going to call this a Singletary filler, and then he gets Butkus in the one after.
That would be.
That would be funny. Whatever you want, Tyson. We're here for you, brother. If it's your last one, it's your last one. If you want one more, we'll do one more. It is the ball's in your court, as we say, right, Steven?
Absolutely. And there it is.
All right, let me put this McMahon jersey away. I like it. That's a really good filler, by the way, in the jerseys. I mean, quarterback is a filler hit in a jersey series. A Super Bowl champion quarterback, Steven.
Right.
I know we often talk about, and I do talk about this a lot, the diamond fillers, the vault fillers, they're better than the other series. But if we're getting a Jim McMahon jersey filler, that speaks to how good every single series we have is, right?
That series is doing all right.
There's no bad hits in our break room. That is for sure. So he's got the sixth one, Steven.
Yep, he's good to go.
Can't understand why no one is chasing the Mahomes, says Kevin. You and me both, Kev. You and me both. Patrick Mahomes in that vault with just over 20 boxes left. This is spooky, Steven. That is the third time, I think in the last 3 or 4 breaks, it's landed on 21 for the jerseys. That is
So we did
weird.
box. Which one?
We did 20 last time, so 22, I believe. And if that's not there, I'm guessing it's 19 or 23, perhaps.
Yeah, 22.
22 works. 6 to go. That's the double box, Kev. We actually only have 5 to go in the single box. All right, let's see if we got a Dick Butkus in here.
Come on, 3 straight bears.
3 straight bears. Tyson, come on. I mean, we have a guy that does a lot of what Dick Butkus did. He does it now, though. Fred Warner.
That's another headliner, though.
Headliner, arguably the best linebacker in the game today.
Goodness gracious.
That's the NFC West 54 like Urlacher. It's linebacker heaven here
Right.
for Tyson Muse.
That's a really good one, Tyson.
Fred Warner. Probably the best linebacker in the game today, Steven. Pure linebacker. I'm not talking about, edge rusher. Like, you can say TJ Watt's a linebacker. TJ Watt, to me, is a defensive end. Call me old school, right?
Yeah.
Middle linebacker. True linebacker. The best guy in the league, Fred Warner. And that's what Mike Singletary said, by the way. When he was in studio here, we asked him who the best linebacker is. He said, Fred Warner. He knows a thing or two about football, Mike Singletary, right?
Yes, he does.
All right, Tyson. So, are you done? Or is there one more, or 2 more, or 3 more? Let me know, Mr. Muse. I just pictured Tyson's, wife going to bed, and Tyson's like, all right, time to play in the break room, right?
Right.
That's the way I picture it. I'm not sure if that's the case, but that's the way I picture it, Steven. Wife's in bed. He's here to party.
Mm-hmm.
He says, going to call it a night. All right, Tyson, no problem, man. That works. Thank you so much for all your orders. And I know to him it probably doesn't mean all that much, Steven, because he's obviously got the money to spend. But Thursday nights, Tyson, we do have a Thirsty Thursday promo where if you buy 6 or more break spots, select the jersey with one of them, you get a free jersey spot. So same concept as, he technically buys all 8 spots, but only plays for 7 of them.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good gig.
Oh, that's right. I forgot, Tyson. My bad. Tyson's a West Coast guy, like Ronnie. So it's 7:30 for him. I apologize, my friend. That's probably why he likes the Padres.
Yeah,
Steven. That's why
they're playing right now.
The Gwynn and the Hoffman. Are they winning?
No, side 1-1.
Ah. Okay, so 7:30 for him, right? It's 9:41 for us right now. All right, well, his wife is a lot cooler than that. Does not go to bed at 7:30. That makes a lot of sense. Unless she's like a nurse and wakes up at 3:30 or something, right? Then maybe.
Maybe.
I never presume to know people's schedules because, you and I, Steven, oftentimes get home after midnight.
That's true.
So I don't try to guess what people do when they go to bed. What's great about our room, though, is we have a show at 12 p.m. Central Time. We have a show at 3 p.m. Central Time and 6 p.m. Central Time. So we're on most of the actual typical non-sleeping hours, right? Maybe like the early morning. But for the guys that, other than the early morning, we're on pretty much the whole day. So 9:42. I'll give you guys another 3 minutes here. If you guys want to keep attacking these breaks, because other than Tyson, no one's been in here recently. Some of the best items available, Steven: Mahomes, Breeze, Montana in the vault. Diamond helmets, obviously, Tyreek Hill, custom Jordan Love, Derrick Henry. Some of the top items currently in the room: 1 and 4, the Derek Jeter. Obviously, the best option at the break is the vault. 5 to go: Romo, Breeze, Montana, Mahomes, Adams, and Hutchinson available. So up to you guys if you guys want to knock out anything else tonight. A lot of 8s, a lot of 7s, a lot of 6s. So this could be it here for sure. Oh, here we go. Tyson's hooked on Thursday, says, good night, boys. I'll see you on Thursday. Okay.
There you go.
Sounds great. All right, while we give them a few more minutes, Steven, let's talk about hit of the show. I'm going Tyreek Hill, Slate Authentic #1. I'm going to respect the triple signed.
Yeah.
I'm going to respect the triple signed. I'm going to go the Raider Authentic, Marcus Allen, Tim Brown, Bo Jackson. That's my #2. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to go the Elway Mini 3.
This thing is sweet.
I mean, the love is worth more. It's an authentic, right? This is my #3 hit, Mr. John Elway. I'll go 4 on the Jordan Love Flash Authentic, and then 5 and 6 virtual tie. I'll go Barry because I love Barry, but Justin Jefferson jersey, very much worth it as well. Can I see the Barry real quick?
Yes, you can.
Thank you, Steven. Here's that Barry Sanders, and then we have that Jetta's jersey. Beautiful, beautiful jersey. I'll kind of hold it up here real quick. This was, and obviously we could easily say the Tyreek Hill jersey as well, but we're not doing 2 Tyreeks in the hit video. We'll keep the authentic for that. That's our hit video right here.
Yeah, that looks good.
A little bit of everything tonight. Such a fun night. Any final thoughts from you, Steven?
No, lots of great hits, but again, to I think it was Moss's guy's point.
Yeah.
I'm guessing tomorrow's going to be the day that they go after the...
Yes.
I'm guessing tonight was just a one-off. People were busy, but tomorrow...
You'll hear me say this, Steven. 15 boxes or less, typically, if there's a big name left, there's a massive chase. We're at 22 right now in the vault. We're right there at that 15 or less number. If Mahomes does not get pulled in the first, 5 or 6 boxes tomorrow...
Oh, it's going to be.
Off and running. Off and running in that vault. That'll be the break. So, yeah, I'm looking at the orders. The last, 30 minutes, only Tyson. He said he's going to bed. So I think that's going to do it for us tonight. A little bit earlier night, but still had a great time as always, Steven.
You know it.
Never, ever, ever a dull moment in the Ultimate Autographs live break room. Always a blast. Thank you so much, Steven, for co-hosting, producing, doing a great job as always. Thank you so much to the customers for watching, for chatting, for buying. You guys make the show possible. You guys make the show special. Typically, I'm on 6 o'clock weeknights, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Tomorrow, I'll be in for the early show, 12 and 3 Central Time with Alex Telez. And we'll have the new guys in for training tomorrow as well. Andy and Ricky, you're back tomorrow night.
Yep.
With Colin Rudisil at 6 p.m. Central Time. But the whole team is here every single day. 12, 3, and 6, right here at Ultimate Autographs. Have a great night, guys, and we'll see you soon.